Northbound on the Turnpike, where the crash is now blocking both shoulders on the toll road between the Claremont and Leesburg Toll Plaza and US 27. If you see other problems on the roads this morning, just make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart.
At International Diamond Center, diamonds always take center stage. But you won't believe the new collection of rare colored gemstones they have now.
When you see the color that we've procured and the collections that we've put together, it's going to blow you away.
IDC's Brian LeClaire.
Stones like a Paraíba from Brazil, extremely rare and hard to find, but the stone just absolutely pops and talks. It's got that beautiful ocean color.
Sapphires? Yes, IDC has them. Emeralds and rubies too, but so much more.
One-of-a-kind Saverites. Beautiful, vibrant green color. Red spinel from Burma. Unbelievable pigeon blood red color. Aquamarines, Santa Maria color.
Are you looking to add some color with fashion jewelry or even an engagement ring? IDC invites you to a whole new world of exquisite choices.
What we've really focused on is making sure that we are finding the most rare, spectacular gemstones.
Discover unique and rare precious gemstones and add some color to your life at International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia.
Just below Florida's coastal waters lies its most tempting treasure, fresh farm-raised oysters and clams. Plump, salty, and delicious, this bounty of bivalves makes any dish, whether grilled, baked, or fried, a little nautical, but nice. Sustainably harvested, these mouth-watering mollusks are available year-round. And with a flick of the wrist, a squeeze of lemon, or a splash of hot sauce, they turn any meal into a celebration on the half-shell. To see what fresh Florida farm-raised oysters and clams can do for you, visit freshfromflorida.com.
Come on down to Acrisure Bounce House, November 7th, to watch UCF versus Houston, presented by Orlando Health Jewett Orthopedic Institute, the official medical team of UCF Athletics. Go Knights! Charge on!
Buying a house or selling yours? The Nickley Group makes it as easy as ABC. And 1, 2... Oh, and fast, too, because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenickley.com.
The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but it's also hard to deal with a cough that won't go away and thinking it's lung cancer, or feeling your heart race after a walk and wondering if it's a heart attack, or telling your family you may not be around to see your next birthday.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but the consequences are even harder. Tobacco-Free Florida has free resources to help you stay smoke-free. You may be eligible to receive free nicotine patches, gum, or lozenges. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW or visit tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Now's the time to sell your car, truck, or exotic at GimmeTheVin.com. Selling your vehicle is simple, fast, and easy. Just log on to GimmeTheVin.com, put your VIN or license number there, a couple of pictures, and get an instant cash offer. GimmeTheVin.com. They offer a 60-second bid process, pressure-free service, and free pickup. Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That's GimmeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and LifeLock is here with tips to help protect your identity. Use strong passwords, set up multi-factor authentication on your accounts, report phishing, and update your software on all your devices. And for comprehensive identity protection, LifeLock is your best choice. LifeLock not only alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information, but also fixes identity theft, guaranteed, or your money back. So stay smart, stay safe, and stay protected with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK. Terms do apply.
Let's go.
Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. CREDIT. That's credit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Monday, October 27th, 2025. Lots to get to today. From Hurricane Melissa is angry to the shutdown is about to zap your SNAP food stamps, and the third person in 10 days dies at Disney World. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Record yours right now at thenewsjunkie.com. You can also watch the show on YouTube or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right to the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Good. How about you?
Yeah, I hope everybody had a good weekend. You know, we're back here at it. Big week. We got the roast event coming up on Thursday night this week. So that should be an absolute blast. We're filming this for a special that we're going to release at some point in time, and it's going to be absolute chaos. So if you want to have some fun as an adult, you better be there. And the details are still up last minute here at thenewsjunkie.com/roast. But my weekend was good. I'm glad to be back. We're going to have a fun week.
Let's go, baby.
No show on Friday. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm excited for that.
I thought we were going to do the thing like, well, we were fired after what happened.
No. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we could do that, but
well, I mean,
too late.
It very well could happen.
Oh, we were fired after what happened.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun week on the show, so we hope you'll hang out with us here for the next couple of days and then some. Right now, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. Somebody who had a very different weekend than, all of us, I would imagine, is a guy at Howard University, the famed college, Howard University. He was busy hitting on two women when he was rudely interrupted, just trying to have a little street convo with two ladies, and he was rudely interrupted by gunfire that broke out. There was a shooting. I guess they arrested at least 2 people, 5 people shot on Howard University for their homecoming stuff. And this guy was right in the middle of flirting with some women when the shots rang out. And he said, nope.
They got a question like this. Are you feeling this connection?
Oh.
Nope.
That flirting ended quickly.
Yeah. He immediately gets on his bike. He hears the gunshots and goes, nope, I'm out of here. He's flirting with a woman. He's like, I got a question for you. You know, you want to stay over on your connecting flight? And he's shooting his shot with these ladies. You'll hear him. And then listen for the pops in the background.
I had a question like this. Are you feeling this connection?
See ya.
I'm gone.
Damn, man.
Shoot it. Oh.
Watch how fast you hear the emergency vehicles. Ready? I mean, that was just shots fired.
I'm out.
He says, I'm out. Oh, already.
Was he on a bike or running?
He must be moving on foot because he's weaving between people in a way that looks strange.
That man can run.
Yeah,
that was fast.
Right off the jump there.
Also, not even a care in the world what happened to those 2 ladies.
No.
I mean, he was...
that could have been your future wife, but he dipped.
He was engaging with them, maybe doing a little flirting. It was hard to tell what he was going to say because it happened so quickly. And all of a sudden, it's like they never existed.
I mean, maybe it was a scooter. He can't run that fast, can he?
Yeah, but then there was like a moment it looked like he was stepping. I don't know.
Let me bring this back one last time here. Let's see here. Okay.
I had a question like this.
Talking.
Feeling this connection?
Shots.
Are you feeling this connection right here?
Uh-huh.
See right there.
Shoot it. Oh.
That's wheels.
He's just moving too much. If not, he's like the most elaborate walker I've ever seen, a runner I've ever seen in my life.
He seems like he's on a wheelchair or something.
I don't know. You know what he is? You know what he is? He's out.
I think the camera is on some sort of gimbal, which is kind of making it a little confusing to see. There's too much stabilization going on here.
Which begs the question, like, do you go on a date with that one dude who hits on you in the streets that's holding a gimbal in your face?
That's going to be one letdown, and the just running away from any sort of danger might be another one, but I would have done it too. Get out of there,
Instant
buddy.
red flag.
Yeah. Save your own life. Save your own back. Went this weekend, and it was the first time in a very long time that I have been to the mall. Because I had to get stuff, I had to get my outfit ready, get a little fancified for the roast event. And I have to tell you, one thing, walking into the mall after like years and years and years and years, I go in there and I immediately feel old. I felt old everywhere I went in the mall because the people who were wandering around were just like younger people in every single store.
6'7".
I went into, they're about that age, I'm trying to get the shoes or a suit or whatever. Everybody that helps me, young, all of these people. And then I realized why I don't go to the mall anymore. It is just the worst.
No way.
It is the worst experience, man. Oh, God. You go, and I watch so many people when I go to the mall. I watch all these people who are like in line to be replaced by AI. I don't know if you guys have done this now, but you go to the shoe store, and when you go to the shoe store, obviously they have everything on the wall and stuff. And then you go, hey, can I see these shoes and this size? And they pop up their phone real quick, and they hit a button, and then there's a screen, and it shows the shoe you're asking for, and there's a progress bar. And the progress bar is like filling up as somebody in the back is like, it's like a pizza tracker for your shoes inside the shoe store.
That.
Right?
I'm a big fan of the pizza tracker. I've tracked many a pizza.
Track everything, all right? Everything to be tracked, fine. I like to see the visuals and know what to expect. But tell me we're not like 5 seconds away from all of those shoe salespeople, Al Bundy style, being completely eliminated, because all you have to do is put an iPad out there.
Who's going to make fun of all the
them.
fat chicks?
and when you have an iPad out there and you're like, these shoes, this size, oh, there is some, I'll take them. Now you just watch the screen. You never even see a human. And the beauty of this, there's only one good thing for a little while. It's been hard as an ugly person to get a job. It has. If you're like a public-facing person, it's been hard. Ugly people struggle to get work. It's been harder for them to get jobs. But I think for at least a little while here, because nobody needs to be public-facing anymore, you just have an iPad out there, they can hire all the uggos to work in the back. The job market for uglies on fire right now. Just on fire. It's a world that we're heading into that I want you to brace yourself for. But I saw a glimpse of it this weekend, and I absolutely hated it. I was buying something, and I go, you know what I'm going to do instead
Courtney
of this?
Go with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did she hate it?
She hated some of it too. But like I went to look at some jeans while I was there, and they don't sell a lot of jeans anymore like they used to, where you would get like your width and your waist and your length.
Yeah.
Now it's just whatever waist size you wear, and then go kiss my ass. You have to go get them like fitted somewhere.
Or if you don't have an ass, then it's very clear because they just make it.
Yeah. Well,
it's frumpy.
For me, I wear like a 33-30, right? And
okay, so men's jeans are way different. I'd never heard of that portion of it.
Yes. Yeah, it's a little different, but they changed it on us too. Because I wear a 33-30, and those are perfect on me. And if I get, if a regular size 33 doesn't have a specialized length to it, it'll be so long that it'll be like bunched up, and I'll look like a little kid with bunched up pants or something.
Jeans, guys.
It's all stupid. It's all dumb. The internet is killing it all.
Jeans section look like, fellas? Was it much bigger? Because I mean, you'll have your stores as far as women go that it's like size 28, which is a size 2 for another store, but it was never based on inseam or something like that. So yours must be doubled. There's so many other options.
No, there are 5 brands of jeans we went to Bloomingdale's or something. brands of jeans total, and every single pair is over $200. And they're not fitted to your length. I mean, it needs some work. The whole system needs some work, folks.
Now, so you said Courtney was with you at the mall, and you hated it. You hate the mall.
I wasn't a fan.
How did this affect everybody's overall time at the mall? Was Courtney done with you by the end of this because you were just hemming and hawing? And
No. Just so you guys know how I operate. I don't complain the whole time. Right. I just do all the things that I absolutely have to do, and then afterwards we get in the car and I go, "Oh, the mall sucks," and she's like, "Yeah, this is crazy in there." So I don't bitch and moan the whole time. I act like I have to.
When I was younger, I did. I hated trying on clothes. I thought it was so boring and stupid. There's anything I'd rather be doing. Even at the mall.
Bring your self-confidence down very quickly.
Well, I didn't care about that. That was already pretty low on some of those years.
This is one of the biggest gender divides on things, okay? Guys, generally speaking, don't care about trying on clothes and hate trying on clothes. And women, because women's clothes are so different and fitted so different and fit so different by stores and all that stuff, women are like, how could you buy something without trying? It's like a divide where we don't even understand each other's experiences. It's very different.
But in my age now, I'm overwhelmed. I'll do one store, I'm like, I hate this, and I will order everything online, please.
Yeah.
Because it's the crowd and the mess of the clothes, there's no way, bless your soul, for trying them all out for the first time in years.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm never doing it again. Although I did have the suit I got, I did have the sweetest guy. And even though I did a thing where I looked like an absolute idiot in public, he rolled with me because I was trying on this sport coat. And I said, "Does this fit me right?" And the guy comes over and he's like, "All right." He's looking at it. And he was holding the tape measure in his hands. So I thought he wanted to measure me. So I took off the sport coat and started spinning around with my arms out. And he's like, "No, I don't need to measure you. I don't know what you're doing."
So why is he holding it?
He just does it. You could tell that what his job is. But it's like a act like you belong thing. It's his clipboard style thing. Anyhow, what a mess. What a mess. But I've got my outfit 99% gathered for the roast event. It's going to be a blast. Go check us out. Details at thenewsjunkie.com/the roast. If we don't get knocked out by Hurricane Melissa. Did I say that?
You said the roast.
No. thenewsjunkie.com/roast. That's the correct one.
Okay. And you said what about Hurricane Melissa knocking us out?
If we don't get knocked out by Hurricane Melissa. Yeah. I mean, I
thought you had a big old shield, John Watson.
I'm positive we're good, but just in case, we got to peek into what's happening with the hurricane. This sucker is big and going to pose a lot of problems for Jamaica, our friends in Jamaica, man. I think they said most areas, get this, of Jamaica, 20 to 30 inches of rain they're expecting.
I mean, Central Florida got 14 inches, and surprise for everybody was not in
crazy.
the weather. So I can't imagine that Jamaica, knowing what is to come, it's probably going to end up being a little bit more. Knock on wood. I hope it's not.
Oh, that's a lot, man. That's a lot. And we will talk about a little bit about the weather here locally last night. We got a bunch to get to on a Monday. We'll dive into all of it head first and kick off the show when we come back. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law.
Good Monday, friends. Welcome in.
Where the crash is now blocking both shoulders on the toll road between the Claremont and Leesburg Toll Plaza and US 27. If you see other problems on the road,
hope you had a great weekend.
Make sure to call the
Cameraman, wake up.
Traffic tip line at 866-677.
Hope everyone had an enjoyable weekend.
With traffic on Samantha Canning.
We got a lot to talk about today. We got our friend Amy Caulfield joining us in about 45 minutes or so.
Crying for Everdoor. For just $49, they'll tune up and shut down the noise. Trust Everdoor for smooth service. Book at Everdoor.
Who got hit bad with that weather last night? Anybody?
Pretty nasty last night. I did not lose power, but I'm
sure. Bootsy, I can't wait to see your costume.
So many conditions that I drove by on the way to work today that just had
Ghostbird says, sorry your flood shield didn't work yesterday. Hey, first of all, I don't have a shield. The East Coast has a shield currently. For now, I don't have a shield. Second of all, it doesn't cover just flooding from rain. All right, different.
Your lights stay on. The fridge and AC keep running cold. And
Weed Consumer says we got 25 to 30 inches last night in Titusville. I think that's where I saw the footage of the Publix. Just flooded out.
When storms roll through, while your neighbors wait for the utility company to come fix things, your home keeps running. So don't wait till another storm.
Tons of rain in Boynton last night too. Everybody got hammered, man.
777-5050.
Tanya says we got 15.75 inches of rain in a few hours and had a tornado warning. Jupiter got about 20 inches. We're going to talk about that next, but man, it's crazy when that happens. It was kind of cool in a way. We were watching our movie before we went to bed, and we decided to watch Shutter Island, the Leonardo DiCaprio vehicle. And Shutter Island, about a quarter of it or a third of it is in a terrible rainstorm, and it was raining. It's in a terrible rainstorm, and we had like the thunder and the rain going outside. Love it. Love it. 2 minutes and we're coming back live. Jeffrey says it was.
I don't know if you're in the studio. All right, you're up.
Jeffrey says it was 31 degrees this morning in western Maryland, and we could see snow next week. Jesus.
It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and LifeLock is here with tips to help protect your identity.
Our pool is now an infinity pool. I was getting some of the alerts, weather alerts, hey, there's a bad storm coming, yada, yada, yada. And I knew there would be some pretty bad rain, but I had no idea that it was going to be so bad in some of these areas. It was wild. So we'll talk about that in a minute here. Literally 90 seconds. Plus, what's going on with Jamaica and Hurricane Melissa? Just going to churn away out there, man. Jillian says, good morning, junkies. Finally watched The Substance and Weapons this weekend. Weapons, way better in my opinion. Okay, Weapons is a good movie, a solid movie. Probably 4 stars. I liked it. I would watch it again. It was good. The Substance was like, hey. I wasn't bored. I was not bored, but it was like, hey. Hey.
Clarity, calm, NBC News.
All right, we're coming back right now.
Sports on iHeartRadio. Baseball, the start of the NBA season, huge college football rivalries, and of course the NFL.
Coming back.
Ohtani, the stuff of legend.
Baseball, the start of the NBA season, huge college football rivalries, and of course the NFL.
Touchdown, Denver! Holy mackerel!
Don't miss a second of the greatest reality show on the planet. Sports, play-by-play, podcasts, and local stations where you can join the conversation with real people.
How is he still our coach?
Open the free iHeart app and search your favorite league to start listening.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. CREDIT. That's credit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
So happy to be with you, and hopefully you'll be with us on Thursday for the roast event, a Halloween roast of me, Sean Wasson. It's going to be fun. There's going to be a lot of great comedians there, and all the details you need if you're headed over with us at thenewsjunkie.com/roast. That weather last night, I mean, I don't want to say it came out of nowhere, but some of you listening right now were definitely probably taken aback at the amount of rain that a lot of you saw and the amount of time that it took to flood as much as it did, because it was crazy, man.
God, I mean, mere hours, and there was footage I'm seeing this morning on the news that there's cars underwater. I mean, it just...
Do you see the Publix video? Because a lot of people tagged me in this Publix video where they were out back, you know, where like they back up the big semi trucks for deliveries and stuff. And the area back there was like several feet high with rain, and they were kind of stuck back in the back of this
terrifying,
place.
because that was not a hurricane, and that was hurricane-style flooding.
Yeah,
and
fast.
I heard somebody on the news saying, like, we had to wade to the general store. And I went, who says general store anymore? I mean,
what year is this?
I don't hate it, but I just thought it was kind of funny. Like, oh, going to the general store, had to bring a boat.
Yeah, it was really bad for a lot of you, and many people were on chat during the break chiming in saying, hey, we got 14 inches in just a couple of hours. And people saying they just absolutely got flooded out.
I kept driving by like power lines that have, I don't know exactly what the thing is. I think I know what a transformer is. Those are white, right? Usually
more than meets the eye.
Yeah, I believe I was going to say.
Yeah. But there's another piece that's like black and cylindrical, and there were a bunch of those on the ground, like all over last night. Or
keep showing me what that black cylindrical thing looks like with your hands.
I think there was two of them, actually.
Yeah, really. Want me to get two?
Yeah.
Oh, no, another's come into the room.
Someone get him a towel.
The man is surrounded over there. Big cylindrical things all in his face.
Boom, roasted.
It was not only nasty. There were people who I saw posting all kinds of footage that really looked like we got hit by a hurricane.
Yeah.
Like it looked like worse than a lot of the more recent hurricanes that we went through. So it was, I mean, I'm talking all the way down to almost the end of South Florida, almost the tip of the most southern, most part of the state. For those of you elsewhere, you probably didn't see this, but you got your own weather to deal with. We got drilled. The National Weather Service's Titusville, for example, Titusville, Florida, got hit with 15.5 inches of rain.
Damn.
And again, like, a lot of the day was nice. Like, a lot of the day was a decent day. And then all of that 15.5 inches of rain was smashed into just a few hours. I think. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people were... There were some schools that said, hey, we're still open. And live on the news was this poor kid trying to get through said floodwaters on a bike.
Oh, no.
And even the newscaster was like, just want to remind you, it's an excused absence if you can't make it.
Yeah. Turn around, dude.
Going.
Turn around. That's the parent. That would be my parents, too. I'd be like, it's an excused absence day. And they go, get on your bike. Yeah. Get on. You got to learn some hard lessons in life. And they would tell me the whole, like, I used to walk to school in the snow both ways thing. And
uphill both ways.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even know if they threw in the uphill, but they probably did to make it sound worse like they generally do. But I think they were lying. I think they were lying about that whole thing. But if you had an experience yesterday with those storms, please let us know what happened on your end. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. We're watching Melissa. Hurricane Melissa. It's big. It's angry. It's Category 5, baby. It is ready to do some, I'm sure, pretty severe damage to Jamaica, which is right in the path. Jamaica going to get 20 to 30 inches of rain in just a short time as the storm goes over them. Let's see what they were talking about on ABC this morning.
This is bearing down on Jamaica. Let's look at those images. They're coming from space right now. The storm is strengthened to a Category 5. Could be the largest ever to hit Jamaica when it makes landfall. Many people are stranded there, including American tourists. Airports are closed. Storm has already left a trail of destruction across the Caribbean. Ginger is standing by with the track and the timing.
I mean, I guess the good news is
that looks like a boob.
It stayed off the coast of Jamaica as far as the eye. And I mean, the strongest winds, I think, a lot of them, a little further out, definitely hit Jamaica. But it could have been more of a direct hit, which would have really rocked this island. And a lot of these, if you've never been to the Bahamas or anything in Kokomo that's mentioned, any of those places, the real tough truth about it is, and Puerto Rico is included in this, they usually have really bad power grids. They usually have garbage power grids. They need billions and billions of dollars of infrastructure upgrades. And for some reason, especially in places like Puerto Rico, they don't generally get that done.
Jamaica, it takes them like 15 years to build a house.
They do. They have real slow construction.
Imagine you are like just months away from finishing that house after 15 years, and Melissa comes through and destroys
or you finished it.
Oh, I'd be so mad. But a lot of these island nations or territories like Puerto Rico, they have pretty bad electric grids.
I thought Puerto Rico got theirs kind of situated. I know there's a lot of houseboats that still end up being powered.
Every time that I've been there, it has been terrible. And since I haven't seen a lot that said they've improved drastically, one of the reasons is almost like everybody in Puerto Rico lives in like a handful of cities, right? And they're great and beautiful, and you should go there and check it out. But the rest of Puerto Rico is very mountainous. There's a lot of like rainforest area. And running power between those places is hard to do anyways. So you're not exactly going to underground that power. And so imagine that and copy paste it over a lot of these other islands in similar circumstances. So Jamaica is going to get absolutely smacked with this throughout the day.
Ike Ajachi in Jamaica. Good morning, Ike.
Ike's in Jamaica.
Good morning, George. Hurricane Melissa finally bearing down on Jamaica.
Looks nice in Kingston.
Catastrophic flooding and upheaval for hundreds of thousands of Jamaicans. Now, right now, it is a little light. The rain is coming down intermittently. The wind is a little light, starting to pick up. That's expected to get really, really intense in just a few hours.
What time was it? This was like 7 o'clock in the morning, and it was pretty dead during his live shot here. It's like there wasn't any wind or anything.
They've been ready for days. Take a look. Windows boarded up, sandbags all around this building, something that we're seeing in Jamaica all across the city. Listen, this storm has forced airport shutdowns island-wide, sending residents here in a scramble for supplies and what could be the strongest storm to hit Jamaica ever.
That was good. He did a good job. He did. But he doesn't have a lot of exciting wind and stuff going on in the background.
He has an exciting couple days ahead of him.
True.
Yeah. Some girl posting on TikTok was like, so they've shut down all the commercial flights. Is there anyone, and just posted it publicly on TikTok, that could just come pick us up before the storm hits? I'm like,
sure.
Good luck. Yeah. Comment below.
Yeah.
Tag,
maybe the hurricane hunters will just toss down like a real long ladder, and you grab the end wrong.
And if you let go, that's on you.
Yeah. Good luck. Best of luck to you.
What does she owe a person who comes to pick her up? Like, I'm not talking like, you know, if it's a boat because of the implication thing, not like that. I'm just saying, like,
monetarily.
Yeah. It's got to be something. Yeah, you have a big debt to fill, either favor wise or just straight up monetarily, or the implication.
I've seen something in this world of weather that I've been watching as I watch the Hurricane Melissa bear down on Jamaica, and then we'll watch what happens next. Hopefully we're good. Hopefully the shield holds. But I've been watching a lot of the newfangled weather people, and what's crazy is with the amount of technology they have now, they are just like running all around the whole studio. Like one guy in particular is like showing you something on this and then moving to this and then go into this. And these weather people have so many tools now. I think they have this over at Fox with their latest upgrade too. Like they have so many tools to show us all this cool stuff, but they got to run all over the studio to deal with this. And this is going to be a storm that is worth watching for absolutely everybody. So make sure you're tuned into what's going on. It's a strong storm. I'm looking right now at Hurricane Melissa strengthened into a Category 5 major hurricane, 160 mile an hour sustained winds, maximum pressure at 913 MB. Expected to make landfall later tonight in Jamaica. And then some of the paths after this have the wall, the shield is supposedly going to hold. And this thing is going to just fire back out into the Atlantic Ocean, which would be ideal. So I wish everybody in the path the best of luck. Hopefully all goes well. Hopefully everybody's safe. And hopefully the storm goes off there into the Atlantic like it's supposed to. Melissa is expected to bring a total rainfall of 15 to 30 inches to portions of southern Hispaniola and Jamaica. If you don't know what Hispaniola is, that is Haiti / the Dominican Republic. And it's going to be maybe even 40 inches possible in some areas. That's crazy. That's a lot of rain.
We need a boatman.
Yeah, it's going to be a little rough for some of you folks. So
liquid sunshine.
Yeah, a lot. Way too much liquid sunshine dropping on Jamaica. Let's look at the box office this weekend because the anime kids, the anime fans have done it again. Man, you guys, they are a force to be reckoned with. The number one movie in the country is Chainsaw Man, an anime movie from Sony, making $17 million. You laugh at them online. You mock all the weebs. You say, what are you doing watching this stuff? It's for kids. And Chainsaw Man, number one with a bullet at the box office. Black Phone 2 is number 2. Regretting You, number 3 at the box office. That Bruce Springsteen movie with, is that Chalamet? I think Chalamet.
No, it's Jeremy Allen White.
The Bear.
That's who it is. Yes,
Shameless.
Jeremy Allen White from The Bear. Yes, he was in this, and that dropped it at 4th place. Didn't even make $10 million. I think.
Well, there's one person in the building who said it was fantastic.
Oh, you know what? I bet it was
Wild
good.
guess.
But Jack Bradshaw. But I bet it was well done. I don't think Jeremy Allen White's going to be a garbage actor in this movie. I just think it's so specifically for mega fans like Jack Bradshaw. It's not for like average movie watchers.
But when you say the same
so many
for
ways.
Elton John and Freddie Mercury or Queen, and those movies ended up being very good.
The Queen one in particular was like a standout hit that was much bigger than a lot of these kind of movies are. But did you see the Bob Dylan one? That actually had Timothy Chalamet.
I've not seen it. No.
Same. That was
a lot of people are like,
wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's like, okay, like you watch it and you learn a little bit about Bob Dylan's life, and you see that Bob Dylan's not, even though I think he's cool, not the most interesting person.
Thanks for thinking I'm cool.
He just grabs his guitar, straps it around his back, and gets on his motorcycle or whatever. It's like, the movie's not necessarily the most exciting thing. I feel like Springsteen is like that. I feel like the fans are going to want it, and then just average people are going to go, what's this Chainsaw Man thing? Oh, man, it's a cartoon. Tron airs in at number 5, and then on down the line from there. That Shelby Oaks movie bombed miserably from Neon, making $2.35 million. That's the bad news. The good news is it was mostly crowdfunded anyways.
Oh, there you go.
Now,
I did a lot of at-home watching, started the Welcome to Derry series.
We're going to watch that tonight. Yeah.
Brace yourself, because within the first 3 minutes is something that really sets the foundation, we'll call it.
Are the kids supposed to be the adults? Are
still trying to figure that out.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know for sure. It is quite graphic, though.
Oh, really?
That's all I will tell you.
I'm interested. I like the It movies. I thought they were good, so I'm interested in watching this too.
We wanted a movie last night, and just to kind of finish off the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And
happy birthday, Jackson.
He's 2 now, and we're like, all right, let's watch this. There's a movie that's number 1 on Netflix right now. It's got Idris Elba. He's great,
yeah.
House of Dynamite. He's the president.
Paradise.
What could go wrong?
A lot.
Dog S.
Oh, really?
Man.
Yeah.
It was just boring. I'm like, I guess, you can still have the number 1 movie on Netflix if everybody has to figure out that it sucks. If everybody else is just currently right now figuring out in real time
but you
that
get
this
a
movie
view
is
after
trash.
Just the first 10 minutes makes that part of the count of how many people are viewing it?
I don't know what their requirement is for a full watch or what they take into consideration.
Did you make it all the way through?
We did, because I was curious as to what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Still don't know. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I mean, we because it was so nasty yesterday for a while, we watched, I think it's on Hulu, I'm not sure. We watched that remake of The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, which is a 90s thriller, psychological thriller type movie. And as we were watching, we're kind of excited because the original was decent. As we were watching this, about halfway through, Courtney and I are like, this is one of the worst movies we've seen in a long, long time. It was the same. I wonder if head to head, let's look up the movie you saw, C-Lane, and compare The Hand That Rocks the Cradle with it.
All right.
What
are we doing? Rotten Tomatoes here?
Yeah. Rotten Tomatoes audience. All right. I don't care what the stupid reviewers say.
Right.
But I mean, I was watching that
because there's plenty of reviews that are like, it was, captivating and thrilling, and one person said it was just as scary as like a Halloween thriller.
You're talking about yours or Sean's? Because
Mine.
Sean's not doing well on the tomato meters.
Let me tell you. And here's one of the things. Okay, it's not just it was a remake or whatever, but you ever watch a movie where they put all these little Easter eggs in it, and you're like, okay, all right, and then none of the Easter eggs mean anything?
Yeah.
The movie routinely does that. Like, you're watching the movie, you're like, oh, that's going to come back. That's going to come back. Pay attention to that. And then they never address it again. It never comes. And you're like, what the hell? What's happening here? It was so bad.
This has a 77% on the popcorn meter.
What does?
The House of Dynamite, which is what I watched last night.
House of Dynamite's doing very well. The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, the remake, is 44%.
It doesn't even deserve that, I don't think. I mean, it's that
and 29% on the popcorn meter.
Yeah, I mean, they got together and they made a movie, but that's about all you could say of it. The other thing I wanted to mention was, as far as movies go, there's a movie coming out soon, Emma Stone, Begonia.
Ooh, I want to see that so bad.
And the idea is that she's a very high-power CEO, Emma Stone's character.
Now, is she going to have more sex than her last movie? Or
her head is shaved, so I don't know if that indicates anything.
She is kidnapped or CEO-napped, if you will, in this movie, Begonia, that she's going to be in. And then they shave her head as she's a captive, and it's like the basic premise of this movie that's going to be coming out. So I think it might already be out, limited release. Begonia with Emma Stone. In the special screening that they had in Los Angeles, if you wanted to go, you had to shave your head, like her character in the movie.
Well, that's not.
So they were like,
such a bigger decision to make as a female.
Are they donating this hair?
I don't even know if they donated it to any groups or anything.
If this is for nothing.
No. You know what's even worse? Here's what I heard. So stupid. So I heard the Focus Features puts together this big premiere thing for Emma Stone's new movie, Begonia. And because her character has their head shaved in it, everybody, they want them to shave their head at the premiere. But then the line of people to get their head shaved is taking too long. They didn't have enough hair stylists. So the line was taking too long. So somebody grabbed like a massive stack of bald caps, and they just had all the people in line try to force on the bald caps so that they could get like the photo that they were looking for, because they couldn't cut everybody's hair, and it just turned out like a catastrophe. Like
I imagine.
There's hair like poking out the side.
There's probably hair everywhere also that you like are looking, or a gust of wind comes through, and now you have shavings in your eyeballs.
Yeah, it was not good. It was not great for them. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got to talk at some point here. The third person in 10 days has died at Walt Disney World Resort. If you're not keeping track, I mean, I don't blame you, but it's an interesting trend that's developing here. How did this happen, especially this latest one? We'll discuss that. We'll get geared up for Amy Caulfield, our friend from Fox 35. She'll be joining us in just a bit, and a whole lot more coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for today, we are going to see the return of some
Hello. School mic activated. Question for you, Chad. Question for you. I heard some people talking about this over the weekend. If you are pulling into a parking lot and there's a really good, convenient parking spot open, but the car right next to you is banged up, destroyed, dents, dings everywhere, Do you take that spot or no? Let me know. No, you don't? Did you even hear what I said?
Yeah.
What? What did I say? Repeat it back to me.
If there was a really good spot, but the car next to it was all banged up and
Would you park there?
No, I'd just walk.
Why not?
Because I'd rather get steps than have my car dinged.
You think that that's an indicator of how the person is
Yes,
gonna?
they're sloppy.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
What are you doing? Okay. Be safe out there. I mean, see you later. Love you. Bye. Well, I have a great swim in the pool. I like spots far from everything. I, Zephys Biker, am with you on that personally. When we go somewhere, I'll go, the walk from like this easy spot right here where nobody's fighting over it at all is 3 minutes or something. You know, like it's not that bad. So park way away from everybody else. It's easy. Nobody's fighting over it. You're not going up and down the aisles looking for this perfect mystery spot or whatever. I'm always down. At Publix, I'll go to like the end. I'll go to the very end. Park down there. Nobody's messing with me. But I'm with Courtney. I will not park next to a car that is beat to hell. Too much of a red flag.
It's a $699 value. Get that calcium score of 0, and if you don't have
With my son's car, I might. Yeah, you're not going to risk yours. I aim for the shade. Is that banged up car parked correctly? You know, I don't think it matters. Like, if the car is parked correctly, but let's say the side view mirror is busted off and dangling, and there are dents all down the side of the car, and the quarter panel is crushed in. You're going to look at that person and go, they essentially Ace Ventura'd their way into this parking spot. How are they going to get out of here? That's how you walk back out into the parking lot and see your car there.
We're your neighbors.
Don't park next to it.
We live and work. It's where we raise our families.
Every spot should be half a mile away, you fat asses. Be better for us.
Because we stand behind it. We brought up from Florida-grown fruits and vegetables.
I love it.
Choose fresh from Florida.
I try to find a car that's the same cost of my car. So it puts a target on the other vehicle. Okay, all right.
Teachers, neighbors, parents.
Couple of minutes and we're back live.
Encouraging them, checking in. That means you might be the one to notice when something's off. A kid who's suddenly silent.
Always park at the top of the parking garage.
Things that seem like small changes.
That I don't do. I try to avoid parking garages if at all possible. Because of the years living in a building with a parking garage and being on top where the residents are. And then there would be like some sort of concert or something, and getting out of that parking garage would, I'm not exaggerating, would take maybe 45 minutes to an hour. And I hated it. 3 minutes. Cosidius on Twitch says, did you see what happened in Arizona? The FBI raided a business where you donate your dead body. They went in there and found Frankenstein-style bodies that were stitched together. They found a baby's head sewn into a grown man's body. What, is this a movie? Let me see. I see nothing. Oh, well. No, what you're saying is a story from 2019. So you're about 6 years behind. But that's, that's not bad. Let's just up that a little bit. Let's go from 6 years behind to like today. All right? I don't expect you to do it all at once. You could start telling us about, other things that you run into along the way. Sean just parks in handicap spots in the rain. That was an accident, sir. That was an accident. I apologize. Let's go.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving.
By the way, added a new computer to the setup. A new Mac Mini, which there's 3 Rack Mac Minis called Rack Minis. Rack Mini 1, Rack Mini 2, Rack Mini 3. There's another Mac Mini that runs some of the guests' interactions. There's a Couch Mini, and now there's a Bottom Mini to round things out. And that's going to allow me to capture some video from the show that I could repurpose afterwards for some other stuff. So it shouldn't affect anything for you, but it will lead to some pretty cool content in 2026, I think. So that's cool. All right, here we go. We're going to talk about SNAP benefits. We're going to talk with Amy Caulfield. We're going to talk about people dying at Disney. It's all on the way. Stand by.
LifeLock not only alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information, but also fixes identity theft, guaranteed or your money back. So stay smart, stay safe, and stay protected with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK. Terms do apply.
Your radio just got a digital upgrade.
With the free iHeartRadio app, you can save your favorite stations, playlists, and podcasts.
With easy presets.
It's your personal audio passport. Get what millions already have.
The free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about Duke's Mayo. Says here it's got twang. That sounds good. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
Because the newspapers don't come with cliff notes or potentially offensive accents.
Ever done. It's going to be a blast. The roast is at a place called Judson's Live, and very, very high and beautiful venue. We're dressing up, and so should you, whether you're wearing a costume or something fancy. And all the details you need to know for the event are available last minute here at thenewsjunkie.com/roast. Well, my neighborhood is getting all ready for the Halloween season. I know we've got a bunch of new people, a lot of new houses on the street, and some nice houses in the neighborhood. So in the last couple of years, we've gotten an influx of kids finally trick-or-treating here. And
so you have to upgrade your offering? No more ramen?
Well, we were talking about that. But Courtney dropped the hammer down on it. And we went to the store to get like candy for the kids that are going to come by on Halloween. She goes, are we going to stay there for Halloween? I go, I think we have to now. When you got a bunch of people coming to your house, you just kind of have to.
You do, but I mean, I'm in the same kind of position. The last couple of years, we've stayed until all the candy's gone, and even when that was done, you saw a trailer. I mean, there was one truck that had a trailer of children.
Yeah,
that just dropped everyone off. But
at once
would like to go to Fritz's show. He's doing the Ozzy tribute concert.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Do I leave signage or just turn everything off?
Well, you can shut down. Like what time does Fritz's show start on Halloween?
I mean, I'd like to get there by like 9.
Oh, I think doesn't trick or treating shut down at like 9ish, 8:30?
Because I saw kids still coming up, and they're like, I don't know, and that's when I left saltines out, and they didn't pick them up for some reason.
That's too late, in my opinion. I think maybe 9 is not like that's on the cusp though. It usually be coming by between 6 and 9.
So I have to just get some signage.
Maybe. I don't know. They might still get mad at you. You know how it goes. Sometimes they
egg
start
my
getting
house.
angry. Yeah, that's no good. That's no good. But we were getting ready for the trick-or-treaters, and I go, I'd rather have more than less. Like, I don't want to run out. Last year, we started to get stressed because we didn't get enough, and we thought we were going to completely run out. And we went to get the Halloween candy, and she goes, we're not going to be a full bars household.
What?
And I said, what? And she's like, no, I don't know if they deserve it, and we can't set those kind of expectations.
Of course.
And I said, you know what? I said, you're right. I said, you're absolutely right. I said, you know what happens? This is how spoiled and rich we are as a country, and just how few problems we actually have. I said, I think and parents, back me up on this if I'm right. I think we have an unheard of problem in the United States of America. For Halloween, I think when kids go out, they bring back their whole haul of candy. I think parents throw away a bunch of it. I think they get so much
or steal
the
it for themselves.
Like they funnel it away into a secret stash or something. But you get so much that your parents can't give it all to you. Otherwise, you'll get diabetes and die out in your teenage years. And nobody wants that. Your parents don't want that. But I was like, I think we are too spoiled for the Halloween season. And maybe too many people started giving out full bars. I gotta kick it back. Fun size again.
Plan was like a couple, like a small bag of full bars. And then when I see a cute kid, a kid that deserves it, maybe kid's first Halloween, and you can just see in their eyes that they have manners. Then I'm gonna be like, don't tell anybody. Here's the full bar.
Okay. I wanted to do this same thing. But I have seen people saying that you shouldn't do that. That is somehow like mean or you shouldn't do it. I wanted to reward the best costumes that show up.
Interesting.
With like a little something extra. So you're like, oh, kick ass, kid. You have a really great costume. You look just like Pokemon. And then all right, a little extra for you. And then the other kid go, okay, you get a couple fun size because your costume sucks. But then I saw a huge argument about this, and people were saying it's not their fault if the kids' costumes suck. And they're, they don't punish them because their parents suck and they didn't. But I still want to reward the ones that are the best costumes. I like that there's an idea.
And I think people put aside the idea of instead of just candy, you can give them an item.
Like what? Like what are we going to give them?
I don't know, like a slap bracelet or
where do you get that?
A pack of staples.
Pack of
staples.
A pack of staples. How about Post-its?
They're going to be a little confused, aren't they, if you give them Post-its and staples?
Brand new Sharpies. Basically, I have a box of stuff that I buy in bulk, and I'm like, if it runs down to it, then why wouldn't they want perhaps a tote?
You're better off just locking the door and shutting off the lights than handing out Post-it notes and staples. That's how you really put a target.
Yorkie.
Yeah, there you go. Solve problems. Oh, can't see Carl going.
You hand out Sharpies. That's how you get your stuff written on.
Not at my house. They'll write on the neighbor's house.
Tanya says, it's your house, Sean. You can play by your own rules. You can't, though. The social rules rule over that. Like, I don't want the kids to rebel and attack us. I don't want them. Courtney has done up some stuff in the front yard. She did a little tree up and stuff, spooky tree. And I don't want them to destroy her work that she's done. I want to be the cool people in the neighborhood.
How are her pumpkins doing?
Well, I think.
That is a very rude question.
We had a pumpkin catastrophe this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We had some out front, but we
how bad could it be?
That thing was. I almost
like even
threw
more
up.
rotten than the one you had at.
Oh, you can't carve it until the day of, right?
No.
Yeah.
It wasn't about carving it. These are our outside pumpkins. These are just for show.
Yeah.
But they had gotten a lot of sun, so I went to rotate one of them.
Oh, and it just broke up in your hands.
No, it kind of caved a little bit, and that's when the fluid got out, and it was.
I mean, that's nasty.
It was
that's so nasty.
Disgusting.
That's that. Yeah, that's.
I haven't smelled anything that bad in a while.
Yeah. Oh, God, they have a rough week ahead of them, actually. Yeah, those folks certainly do. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, somebody says, Sabby is the type to give out apples or pennies.
No. Apples are mine, and pennies will make a real big comeback, I'm sure. But last year, I ran out of candy, and I had, I'm not kidding, like 30 individual 2 saltine cracker. And so I just put that in the bowl. And to my surprise, when I got back, only 2 had been taken.
Wow. I'm just astonished.
No, I have slap bracelets. I have those sticky hands. I have stickers.
What year is it? You're giving away slap bracelets and sticky hands.
Adults love slap bracelets. Are you kidding me?
The adults don't even really come up to our house over here. They usually stay on the street.
Just you wait. We live close enough that it's going to start going over there to your street. And you'll see how many adults come up.
I have seen the adults on Halloween, and by the way, calm down with this. I've seen the adults getting a little asky where they'll be like, oh, no, nobody on this block was offering free White Claws. And it's like, okay, all right. This This is a fairly
There's a
new
weed
phenomenon that's going on here. We can't necessarily do this for everybody. Okay, we'll take your emails and your dispatches. Fire those off in our direction. Send them over to thenewsjunkie.com. Many of you doing so, including Casey, who emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com. It said this was right outside my neighborhood. And, no, it's not. This is fake. You liar.
I want to see it.
No.
What is it?
This is a road, a bridge collapse. Is that real?
That's 1,000% real.
Yeah, there was somebody on the news this morning that was like live broadcasting from in front of a road that looked like that.
A complete collapse on this road?
Yep.
Oh, my God. All right, let me see. Is there another one? Oh, the car fell off? This
and
is
I'm
so
pretty
crazy.
sure
It
the
looks
hazard
fake.
board's still on, so.
Wow. Okay. Well, I apologize. This looks like a horror movie. The road is opened up like a horror movie where you're walking on the road, you think you just fall into planet Earth. Wow, thank you for those photos. Appreciate that, Casey. And I apologize for calling you a liar because clearly you were not lying. That is how bad things were. When we come back, things will go into another direction because our friend Amy Kaufelt of Fox 35 will be hanging out with us. That's on the way momentarily. After that, we've got another person in trouble for their Halloween display. What did they try? Third person in 10 days dead at Walt Disney World. What happened there? That's just the beginning of it because we are loaded up on a Monday, and that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Win tickets to the Tampa Bay Bucks game Wednesday on our Instagram at Real Radio 1041.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
All lanes are blocked on Florida's Turnpike northbound just past County Road 470, and there's still some slowdowns from that earlier accident now cleared up on the Turnpike northbound before US 27. Most of the major roadways haven't been affected by the weather. From the traffic center of James Birmingham.
Hello.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find the latest fall looks, all for under.
That road is crazy, man.
Every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find.
I mean, that was destined to blow out at some point in time if it went down from this.
Another month, another high utility bill. You know those old windows and doors might be the culprit, letting valuable energy escape and your money too. Upgrade them with Renewal by Anderson.
Twitch folks, I hope to see you out at the event on Thursday, the roast event. I know some of you are going to be there. YouTube folks, hope to see you out there too. We're planning on a Sharks versus Jet style brawl between Twitch users and YouTube users to solve once and for all. The brawl to solve once and for all. Who's the best, truly. I cannot wait to see this. All right, 3 minutes and we're back with Amy Kaufelt from Fox 35. I want to see if she's been following because she was very put off with the new relationship that I guess went a little bit further this weekend between the Prime Minister of Canada, or former Prime Minister of Canada, Trudeau, and Katy Perry. She was not a fan of a world leader and a pop star dating each other like this so publicly. Very weird. But Justin Trudeau is willing to do it. Political Nepo baby, Justin Trudeau. Noted Nepo baby. Of all people kind. 53 years old he is. Justin Trudeau. Coach City says, is it sold out? The main area of the roast has been sold out for like a couple of weeks. There's only partial visibility seats on the website, and I think there's like 6 of them or so left. They're gonna sell out. I don't feel the need to like pump them too much. But if you want to grab something last minute, you can at thenewsjunkie.com/row. Did you just call Katy Perry a pop star? I think you mean astronaut. True.
Tracy Lane, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, it seems like her audio is a little better. Amy K is now on the grid. They haven't gone full screen with her yet. You can see her up here. This is the grid, if you're new around here. That's how we lock in with everybody. And I hope you're having a good Monday overall. Let's get this going, baby. Let's talk about what we're supposed to expect for weather this week and just chat with Amy Caulfield.
How are you? Oh my gosh, this today's been insane. The rain and like,
without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Cash. C-A-S-H. That's cash. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Real Radio 104.1.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This is the News Junk.
Our favorite part of the week, many of us, save for C-Lane, not his favorite part of the week.
Oh,
stunningly,
please.
really stunning to
Don't be-
consider this.
what a liar.
All right. Everybody else wants to welcome Amy Caulfield from Fox 35.
Amy,
Everybody but C-Lane, because, you know, I just heard the most rude interaction. Oh, my God.
Oh, don't even.
Amy Caulfield
Right
was
now,
trying
she's
to...
just dragging some more commercials. It's cool. I'll just drag in some more.
We have a star on the line, C-Lane. Just let the dead air roll. If she's talking to you, don't go, I got to cut you off, Amy.
C-Lane, just remember this moment when you're finalizing the roast script.
Yeah, so Amy Caulfield was telling C-Lane about how all this flooding has affected her, and she was sharing a nice personal story with him because she cares about things like that. And C-Lane goes, I got to cut you off. We're coming back. It's like, Jesus.
I was getting the look from the other side of this glass.
Oh, don't get me involved in this. I just want to make sure we're on the air.
Look how quickly he threw you under the bus, all right?
Yeah,
So
also noted for the roast.
Yeah, I guess so. Amy, you did see, obviously, just how bad things got from this little flash flood crazy storm, huh?
Yeah, you guys, and this is what's so crazy is that this emergency warning that went out last night, this flash flood warning, they were saying this is only like the second time that we've experienced that in Central Florida in like recent memory. So it's a very rare occurrence. But the amount of rain that we got in Central Florida yesterday was insane. Insane.
It was a lot.
So
I mean,
I'm going to just read off some of the numbers to you because I was floored when I saw them this morning. So Eustis, which is located in Lake County, for those of your listeners who are outside of Florida, almost 20 inches of rain last night. 19.7 inches. Mount Dora, which is a beautiful little town also in Lake County, 16.2 inches. Port St. John, 15 and a half inches of rain yesterday.
Nuts.
Port Canaveral, a little over 14 inches of rain. Titusville was also really badly hurt. So for those of your listeners, again, who are outside of Central Florida, the Space Coast was hit really hard. So basically Titusville would be, where a lot of, we have space headquarters from many major corporations.
We had people checking in from Boynton Beach, West Palm, all the way up Vero, all the way up the coast saying it was pretty bad. There was a lot of rain. And you're talking, when you say 14, 15 inches of rain, it wasn't even that it was just spread out through the entirety of a 24-hour span in the day. It was like in a handful
it was like
of
at
hours.
once, within like a couple hour time span. And then on top of that, of course, we haven't had any thunderstorms in a while. So, I mean, you could hear the thunder and the lightning, and it was a little crazy. But these rain totals were shocking. We were talking to Brooks Garner about it this morning, our meteorologist, and he said, can you imagine if on Friday, if we knew this was going to happen, which we didn't, but we weren't the only ones. I mean, nobody was predicting this was going to happen. That if we had known that was going to happen, can you imagine if we were telling viewers that they were going to get anywhere between 15 and 20 inches of rain on Sunday?
Panic.
People would have been in full-on panic.
It would have been bonkers. And then just seeing the aftermath of it, and we were watching, Zealand and I both watching this morning. Sean was not, by the way.
I was getting ready for the show.
And one of your field reporters, and I'm sorry for blanking on her name right now, was at the bridge that or the road that completely crumbled. Where was that?
That one right
Marley.
there.
Yeah. And what was crazy about that, Sabrina, and you guys are showing the picture. Thanks for pulling that up. There was a car flipped upside down in the middle of that.
Yeah.
And all you could, there it is. And I asked Marley, I was like, do they know whoever was in that car? Are they okay? Did they get out? And she's like, yeah, I think so. And I'm like, oh my, can you imagine?
That's nuts.
That being you?
I hope somebody checked.
Yes.
There's not somebody still. I'm
The
still in
emergency
here.
flashers were on, Sean. She said yes, that somebody did check. That apparently there were some paramedics on the other side of the road, and they went.
I love they still put their hazards on when the car is upside down. She didn't hear it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It was a great joke, trust me.
She said,
I didn't hear it. I just heard something about the car being upside down.
She said, I love that they had the hazards on, even though the car was upside down their own.
Right.
Clearly a hazard.
Yeah, scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Hurricane Ian was the last one I remember to have, at least in my area, which is very close to Lake Davis and Kaylee, Wadeview Park, all that stuff that was significant flooding. Was this more rain than that?
So this was more rain than Hurricane Milton, which would have been the last hurricane to wash out roads in that same area, Wolf Branch Road. So people who live in Lake County and are familiar with sort of this area where that road was washed out. So yes, they are very familiar with the roads in that area. It's always the same roads, it seems like, that they have issues with. And yes, Hurricane Milton would have washed out some of these same roads. So they will quite literally be rebuilding roads they just fixed, which is terrible.
Somebody else says, we played a gig last night at Singer Island. You know where that's at, Sean. We saw this weather heading towards us and got everything under cover. And for about 2 hours, the rain was sideways. There were tables and chairs flying everywhere. It was like a mini hurricane. It was nuts. So, yeah, it was pretty bad last night, which is it's just crazy. A lot of people didn't really think that they were going to have to prepare for this over the weekend, but
no.
Bad.
Well, here's what we knew. So we knew that we have Hurricane Melissa to the south of us, and that we had this dry air from the north of us, and basically what happens is they were butting up against each other, which creates the phenomenon that we saw last night. But not to that extent did they realize that it would create that much of an issue. So we knew this cold front's coming in. That's why it's going to be so much cooler for Central Florida later this week. It's going to be amazing, by the way. 70, I think the high on Thursday is going to be 71.
Oh, yeah.
Which is crazy.
Wow.
Halloween, the kids aren't going to be all sweaty and their costumes is going to be beautiful. But unfortunately, in order to get to that great weather, we had to go through what we went through last night. And it's bad for a lot of people. So I feel bad for the folks who are dealing with the flooding.
And now we got this storm. It's over the islands. It's over Jamaica today. Hurricane Melissa, which is Category 5 status, I believe, and
growing, Sean, and getting stronger.
Yeah, and it was a maxed out hurricane, basically headed for Jamaica at the moment. Right now that we're doing this show live, and obviously that's going to be tough. You know what's kind of crazy though? They said Jamaica should prepare for 20 to 30 inches of rain, which is only a little bit more than we got in just a couple of hours last night, but. That storm afterwards, the meteorology team over at Fox 35, what are they suggesting we're looking at? Are we going to have any impact from Hurricane Melissa?
The only thing that we'll experience, other than what we saw last night, just from it being close to us and butting up with the cool front from the north, we'll have more beach erosion, which we already have a lot. Mm-hmm. So that is not going to help with the beach erosion we already see. And just strong choppy waves. So you're gonna want to stay out of the water. Although at this point, not a lot of people are still hopping in the water at the beach. Maybe the surfers, but that's about it.
Right.
So.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
The big question everybody's asking is who are you going to be for Halloween, Amy Caulfield? I mean, it's gotta
I'm
be.
not dressing up. So it's like, it's always the same. Like, so Colton's birthday is on the 30th, and then Halloween's the next day.
Nice.
So, so he's going to be 15 this year, this is actually a great
What?
debate. So I know it's crazy. So he's going to get his permit on Thursday, which I'm really nervous about. His little driving permit.
We met him
I'm
when
very
he was
nervous.
single digits. Like,
I know, it's
that's
so scary.
wild.
So so you guys, I've been with you for 13 years. So that means like he would have been like
2,
like a baby.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy.
That is crazy.
So
throw up
they
real
changed
quick,
the
be right
rules.
back.
So now in Florida, in order to get your permit, you have to take a 6-hour online class.
I'm sorry,
I think it used to be 4. I don't know. What was it when you guys, do you remember?
I just remember having to read the little booklet and then we would go and take the test. I don't even remember if there was
when
like
Sean was driving, he had to like wind it up right in the front with that
not
stick.
true.
Use his feet to move.
I know it sounds old that I was born in the 1900s, but it wasn't that far in to the Jesus.
I had.
I hate it when people say back in the 1900s.
I know.
Old.
Sounds terrible.
I had mine for my permit was a test on the computer, but no driving. The license had the driving part.
Right.
But I don't remember if I had to. I know I did a traffic class. I went to the one it's like the improv comedy traffic class, which I don't
just
even know.
reminded me. I still have to use my tickets for that.
Oh, I don't know how much you're learning versus just there to kind of get that endorsement, get whatever signed off on while they tell jokes the whole time.
And the joke's really bad, by the way.
Yeah,
so
right,
they should use that money to get some better jokes.
Hold on, are you here to tell me that they don't have high caliber comedians at the
dog,
driving? Oh, son of a bitch. Ain't that something?
We had to take a full-on class, like a driver's ed class.
Right.
It was like mandatory. I grew up in Ohio, so like it was a full semester. And Mr. Brown, who was also the football coach, was the one who
Sounds about
gave
right.
the class. Yeah,
We had
I
driver's
remember
ed.
that, but like I just feel like I don't know. I don't feel like we do enough. And now there's like all these distractions, and kids are distracted by their phones and the radio, and I don't know. It just like makes me nervous.
Well, I'm interested to hear that your son is even like eager to get the license because of some of the stuff we talked about last week where they said so few of these people who are coming of age are actually making the effort to go try to do this to get their license. But it seems like he is.
He's jazzed. But part of it is because he's been begging for an e-bike or like an electric scooter for a while. And I'm like, because I do the news and you guys know this, I'm adamant about not doing it because we do way too many stories about how dangerous they are. Yeah. So I'm like jaded. So he's really upset that he is not able to get one of those. So then he's like,
why don't you tell some good news about electric scooters, Mom?
What's the good news? Or you can prank him and just buy him a helmet and then nothing follows.
Right? Which, Sabrina, would he keep the helmet on? No. So that's why he's not getting one. I'm like,
is he going to get a new car when he's old enough? No.
It's all right. It'll still cost
I don't know
you
if I told
as
you
much
guys
as
what
a new
happened
car.
Kate, my oldest, when she got her license, she totaled the car within 1 month of getting her of turning 16. So she turned 16. She passed her driving test like with 100% flying colors, and then 1 month later the car was totaled.
Yikes!
Yeah. So we bought her like a crappy car, which I don't know if I told you guys, this was so funny. She's driving to school one day and she calls me and she's like all in a tizzy and she's like, did you know that the hubcaps on this car are made out of plastic? And I'm like, yeah, why? And she goes, because I just hit a curb really hard and the hubcap came off and it shattered into a million pieces. And so she was like all upset. And I was like, if you want to get a new hubcap, you're going to pay for that yourself.
She buried the lead of hitting the curb by just calling you and immediately going, did you know these hubcaps were plastic?
And here's the thing.
Exactly.
That's not her first or last
curb. That's how your
curb.
kids are spoiled.
Uh-huh.
So that's why now they get crappy cars and everybody gets a crappy car. And so she's had the crappy car for the last 2 years.
And the
then that crappy
hubcaps
car
are
got passed down to her
easily
sister.
replaceable. That's an Amazon 2-day shipping.
Right.
Yeah, it's easy.
But she was going to have to pay for it herself, so she never did. So all of her friends knew her car because it was the one with 3 hubcaps. She was like,
That's good. That's how it should be done.
I'm not either. So
what's
there you go.
the budget your son gets for his car? Do you like give him a budget he has to stay in?
Well, no. I mean, we're just going to buy him a crappy car. Like, you know,
I love
he'll
that.
get something. But I mean, safe. When I say crappy, I just mean it's not going to be like nice. It's not going to be new.
You down
I'm not
for
one of those parents that's going to like put a big red
13-year-old
bow
Mazda 6?
on the car and like show, like post it. Look at your 16 video. Like that's not me. I'm not going to be doing that.
Sabrina's got a Mazda. She's ready to retire and just send it out.
Really?
I mean,
Let's talk.
after I think it'll last all of 3 to 5, maybe 7 more years.
Perfect.
And
unless Kate drives it,
not plastic hubcaps.
Yeah,
you
right.
can see actually all the curbs that I did hit because they, you'll see it in the rims.
Anything else grabbing your attention out there we need to know, Amy Caulfield?
Oh my gosh, you guys. The MCO, we were having some, again, this is for local listeners. The airport had a power outage this morning that affected the tram, terminals A and B. I don't know if you guys were following that. I haven't checked to see if it's back online. Hold on, I'll tell you. Let me see if they've updated it. And the answer is, let's see.
Is this because of the government shutdown?
Power restored.
Oh.
Power has now been restored. The baggage system and gate links have returned to normal operations. Thank you for your patience. So if you are heading to the airport today out of Orlando, just make sure you call ahead because it could have disrupted travel, at least for a little bit, while they try to get things back online and back together. Just one of those crazy days. Power outages at the airport. The flooding was significant. I don't know.
It's a weird one.
Classic Monday in 2025.
Yeah.
Well,
it was. And huge thanks to everybody who came out to Making Strides this weekend. We just got the numbers in 45,000 people at Lake Eola on Saturday morning. Isn't that amazing?
That's fantastic to hear.
Very cool.
I saw your photos from this weekend. It really looks. That's such a great event. It really is. And
it is. It is. We're grateful to be a part of it, and it's really cool. And God bless all the folks with breast cancer out there who came out. It was crazy, you guys. The gal who actually was the one who called me to tell me I had breast cancer. Her name is Erica. She called from my doctor's office while I was at work. I stepped off the set. I told Danielle at the time, I said, if I don't come back to the set, it's because I have cancer. And so Erica was the one who told me, and she was amazing. And she was all the things that you should be when you're telling somebody terrible news. And she was just empathetic and sweet and kind. Well, she walked up to me on Saturday morning, and she was wearing a survivor sash. And I said, oh my gosh. And she said, yeah, I was diagnosed a year ago.
Wow.
So, I mean, it hits so many women. Sean, I know it's hit very close to you and your heart and your family. And it's a really tough thing for any family to go through. So it's wonderful to be around, people who understand what you're going through. So I was very grateful.
Well, I'm glad to see that. That's fantastic. And looks like, huge amounts of people out there in support of that event this weekend. Good. We love you. We hope you have a spooky and happy Halloween.
Thanks, you guys.
And
I love you too.
We will see you next time on the show. Perhaps you might see Amy Caulfield at the roast event. We'll see.
It shall remain.
October 30th.
Yeah.
There might be something in the works.
Yeah, that is coming up quite soon. I'm a little nervous but excited. And we thank you as always, Amy Caulfield.
I love you. See you soon.
Love you, Amy.
She really is the best. She's a professional, and she is on top of things.
And
she's
always
gonna help.
great attitude.
She does. Even on a bad day, she'll push through like nobody else. So make sure you're watching every single day with the crew at Fox 35 because they are amazing. I don't care where you are. Wake up and check out the website, fox35orlando.com, and follow her on all social media platforms, Amy Caulfield. All right. We'll be back in just a moment, folks. When we come back, another one of these Halloween displays that has people pissed off. We have somebody who listens to the show who also has had the cops called on them for their Halloween display. We'll share the details on that one for you. And what's going on at Disney World with a third person in 10 days dying. We'll give you the latest details. What is happening here? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Traffic starting to get by on Florida's Turnpike northbound just past County Road 470. The right lane's blocked. We got emergency crews on the roadways. Most of the major roadways, you're just going to be running into some familiar delays. And in your local areas, you might be still getting affected by flooding from last night, so keep that in mind. The roadways might be wet out there still. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find the latest fall looks, all for under $30. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. Mortgage rates have improved again this week. Get your quote for a refinance to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
MortgageGuyDon.com. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. When you've been seriously injured,
Hello, welcome in.
insurance company is turning its back on you. We're here to stand by your side and fight for the justice you deserve. Injured on the go, just call me.
Stand by.
Prospective client may not obtain same or similar.
Stand by.
Don't get haunted by roof leaks this hurricane season. Eustace Roofing's spectacular savings event gives you $1,500 off your roof replacement. Florida weather won't wait. Why should you? Schedule now at EustaceRoofing.com. Terms and conditions apply.
For over 23 years, my family's been saying it. And right now, the savings are at an all-time high. With 3 convenient locations and one of the area's largest inventories, we deliver the selection and savings other dealers can't. And during the Kia Fall Savings event, you can save thousands. So if you're in the market for a new Kia, visit Greenway Kias and discover one of the area's largest selections online. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see it in a Greenway Kia.
Orlando's premier comedy club and restaurant is the Funny Bone, located at Point Orlando. This week, the Funny Bone welcomes Benji Brown on October 31st and November 1st.
All right, here we go.
Stanhope on November 5th and Gigi LaFleur on November 6th.
Gigi LaFleur? Say it isn't so. Who is that?
Available as well as parking discounts for all guests. Follow us on all social media platforms and get your tickets.
Hi, everybody. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button over on YouTube and hit the like button if you've already done that. It's a great way to spread the word and pull up on the show a little bit. Thank you for your support.
Just visit thenicklygroup.com.
The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case?
We're going to get into the story about Disney and the third sort of, I hate to say mystery death, but the third, death that has happened on Disney World property in the last 10 days. What's going on there? We'll get to it.
There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near
Adam Carolla, I can't really consider him radical like at all. In what context?
All in the new iHeartRadio Theater Orlando.
I feel like the thing Adam Carolla is most radicalized on is red tape in cities like Los Angeles. And he's just inarguably right about that. But I don't watch a lot of Adam Carolla, so I don't know if he's gone in one direction or another. Skip says, Sean, I sent a video dispatch for C-Lane. It doesn't need to be played on air. I just want him to see it. I don't know. How am I supposed to remember that? Email C-Lane, C-L-A-N-E at realradio.fm. Don't send a dispatch and then tell me don't play the dispatch. I'm going to play the dispatches if they're the dispatch then. Kevin says that's a great excuse for me to stay away from Disney. I mean, in a way, like, isn't this one of those things where you see like a child sex predator bust and they said, snagged in the bust is a Disney employee. And you're like, what the hell? Disney, why are you hiring these people? And then the reality is kind of crushing, right? Like Disney just hires a lot of people. It's a lot of people that work for them. In the same way, isn't it kind of true that Disney just has so many people every day on Disney World property that there are gonna be people who die. It's just gonna happen. It's just a numbers game.
And it's called Fresh from Florida. Fresh from Florida is local produce grown by farmers right here in our own state.
Is that how we get our dispatches played? We send you an email and tell you not to play them? You send a dispatch in. Here's how to ensure it gets on the air. Send a dispatch in. Send it through the website if possible so I can get a transcription of what you're saying. And then if I see that you have something interesting to add to the conversation, then you'll go right to the top of the line and we'll hear what you have to say. Send a video dispatch right to the top, to the front of the line there, and those sorts of things. Routinely send bad dispatches, you're going to be blackballed, and then you just won't really pop up in many places. Those are the rules. 1 minute. Tiger says, where do you park when you're going to Disney Springs? I prefer service parking next to Cirque du Soleil. I don't know. I think we park in like the orange parking garage or something, but we've never had major parking trouble there. Disney Springs has a great setup. You know, with all the cameras and like the lights to see if the spots are open. Got no problem with that. Quite good. All right, here we go.
The Big Take podcast from Bloomberg News keeps you on top of the biggest stories of the day.
My fellow Americans, this is Liberation Day.
Stories that move markets,
This is a really stunning development for the AI world.
impact politics, change businesses,
This was an armored truck that rolled down the streets through downtown Los Angeles.
and how you think about your bottom line.
Eggs have a weird pulse on the economy.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search The Big Take podcast, and start listening today.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, cash. CASH. That's cash. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Mainlining today's top stories. You're listening to the News Junkie, Sean Watson.
Is the most viral newsroom on planet Earth, and it's a place you can hang out each and every day. Learn more about the show. Go over to the website. That's at thenewsjunkie.com. Not far away from two things. One being the roast event, which is going to be fantastic on Thursday. Thenewsjunkie.com/roast for details. And the other being Halloween, which is the very next day. And everybody's getting ready to go. People have upped their game in the Halloween world. And multiple houses have gotten in trouble over their displays. Somebody sent a dispatch. Let me see if I can find this. A photo dispatch over the weekend. And they said, this one got the cops called on us, and we did not take it down. We kept it up. And it's what looks like a body that has been beheaded on their property, surrounded by caution tape.
Ooh, okay.
I can see... you can see this over on thenewsjunkie.com. Click on the dispatches section. You'll see this person's photo.
But I want to hear that 911 call. Or, I mean, will they go after one, or they had like 4 calls?
I think this is going
to... we have to show up.
Yeah, this is going to cause a lot of people to call in. It looks like a person's head has exploded.
Well, you can text 911 a picture now, right?
Can you? Yeah,
I thought so.
I mean, It's pretty good. Like, it's a pretty scary, spooky thing, and I get why people would call the cops or whatever, but he says he kept it up. He wasn't going to let them spook him into taking it down for Halloween, and he's not alone. There's other people getting pressured out there. There's one from CBS 12, and they said, these folks put up a Halloween display. The neighbors are upset, and it's because it's strip club themed. They have... Like the skeletons out there on the property.
I've seen that before. I love it.
Yeah, but the neighbors do not. They did not like it. They were upset about this.
I don't know if just skeletons have gotten cheaper or what. Like, maybe not the 12-foot one that I have, but I've driven by some houses where people have like double-digit amounts of skeletons. And they're just putting them in all different kinds of different poses and parties. And somebody that's kind of near Sabrina has a whole Taylor Swift setup. It's been big. Okay, they keep adding on to it. Now the Kelsey brothers are part of it too.
Oh, great! Yeah.
I mean, I was.
They're hosting the Dead podcast in the Frights or whatever.
Garage skeleton beer or something.
Whatever.
It's so people go to elaborate lengths now. They want to have fun little displays in their yard. I think that's fine. And are you going to say because there's like a skeleton going around a stripper pole that's going to corrupt the whole neighborhood? These are not our actual problems. Folks, these are not
if your kids are asking about it, it's like they can only do that because they're dead, sweetheart.
Yeah, skeletons don't have boobies.
This is the email, I guess, that started it. It says, hello, I wanted to bring something to your attention that's become a major concern in our Mineola neighborhood. A house in the hills of Mineola subdivision has a Halloween display that depicts skeletons in a strip club style scene, complete with a pole and suggestive poses. Suggestive poses. They're skeletons. It's not like there's boobs hanging out or too much ass showing. They're skeletons. This is not your average spooky decor. It's clearly adult themed, and it's located on a front porch in full view of families and school-aged children who walk by every day on their way to and from school.
Well, don't worry. They're not looking at the skeletons. They're looking at their phone that has far more graphic material on it.
Certainly. Many of us in the neighborhood feel this crosses the line of what's appropriate. Let's see. I want to see some more details on this sucker.
She said it's not your typical spooky decor. This one's got skeletons and suggestive poses, a pole, and it's all out in the open where kids walk to school. So, of course, we had to come see it for ourselves. Now I'm here to figure out what this means for this family-focused community and where the line gets drawn between Halloween fun and what's appropriate in neighborhoods like this. Gabriella, who lives right across the street, says she sees it as all in good fun.
Well, she's going way up there? Okay. This lady's wild. This lady runs up on the people's patio. I guess she's friends with them. And she's like, I'm supportive of it. I'm fine. And she starts dancing around the stripper pole herself. I don't know if she's been wine drinking during the day. I'll kick this back a second. Hang on, just in case you missed that.
Community and where the line gets drawn between Halloween fun and what's appropriate in neighborhoods like this.
Here she goes.
Gabriella, who lives right across the street, says she sees it as all in good fun.
And they caught her in a mood.
I can see Let's have something fun. Woohoo!
She said her two kids love it too.
I have two kids and they
Imagine
like
going to
to
strip
see
club.
the skeleton.
And she does exactly that to the main stage. La 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 la.
She's got kids, and she says even her kids are excited about this strip club skeleton setup. This lady.
And sing, no problem for us.
But not everyone in the neighborhood agrees. In addition to the anonymous tip, we found heated debates on the neighborhood social media page. One poster said, I don't see stripping as art. Whether it's skeletons or cartoons, I wouldn't want my kids exposed to sexual innuendos. Another responded, if you want to see it as sexual, that's your take. Does it show the skeleton removing clothes?
Yeah, I mean, it's literally a skeleton, everybody. Like, you can't really do much with them that would be out of line.
Unless they're you set up like a mop scenario between two skeletons or
full human centipede or something.
Also not possible with just bones.
Yeah, it's just not offensive to me personally. But people will go, this is a family neighborhood. Okay, calm down. Why you take yourself so seriously, for God's sake?
How do you know if it's a female or male skeleton? Another neighbor said, we live here too. This is very inappropriate. One resident even contacted the Homeowners Association, which replied, unfortunately, the HOA cannot do anything about it.
I like how the HOA says, unfortunately, we can't do anything about this unless you'd like to give us more power in your neighborhood. And then we can slam these folks down and shut down all these spooky strip club skeleton displays.
Halloween decorations are allowed, and residents can put up whatever holiday decorations they prefer. The HOA advised that the offended neighbor should wait until Halloween is over next weekend, when the display will come down. Meanwhile, Gabriella says she's more worried about the scary, gory displays than this one.
I'm afraid when they put a lot of some scare things with no head, something like that. But this is so fun. There's no problem here.
Gabriella is
It's not fun.
the
So
hidden
fun.
star of this entire ordeal.
La la la, woohoo, the drinks.
She's fine. She's good, you know? She's saying, like, guys, what are you being so serious about? And I agree with her. I agree. This is sort of like next door material where people post on Nextdoor and they go, we can't take this in our neighborhood. And you go, God, what? Like, there are problems in every neighborhood. There are major issues. This is not one of them. This is not one of them. People get upset about the dumbest things.
What pun do you think the news station used to headline this story? The skeletons are involved, seeming like the neighbors have a little bit of a problem. Maybe
skeletons in their closet?
No.
Bone to pick?
Boom! Nailed it. Bone to pick.
Look at me, points.
Damn it, man. Well, there you go. That's what's happening in those neighborhoods.
I
appreciate you.
hope that when the skeletons come down for Halloween, they just put up a nice busty Mrs. Claus.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Just grinding on Santa's lap or something. It's like there are
Coal
so
all
many.
over her chest.
We have real problems. These are not real problems. A skeleton on a strip club setup. I have not problems in my neighborhood, but I just have curiosities in my neighborhood.
Okay, what?
I got
You're trying to bang a skeleton?
Is a cat
man?
gonna die?
No. There's a thing going on in my neighborhood. I'll be quick. We keep seeing it every weekend. Maybe you guys know what the hell this is. They rent out one pavilion at the park near us, and I think they're all adults, and they just rave. They spin things
park
around, and park raves are a thing now. Nobody told me about this. There's music, but it's like at such a reasonable level.
You know why? Because no one can afford to rent out a club. So it's like we have this for 1 hour, and it's just $50 towards the city and the upkeep of said park. So let's do a kind of silent-ish rave.
Everybody's like keeping things clean, but they're out there spinning things around.
I thought you couldn't even rent out that kind of stuff. Isn't all the park stuff shut down? Because of the Democrats?
But it's not at night. No, this park is like a local park, so I think it's not affected by that. But it's not even at night. It's during the day on weekends, and they're just very quietly sitting in their one thing, but the music is not really loud. It's just
you guys ready for the bass to drop?
And they're all out there kind of like, it's like a little electric daisy carnival, like an acoustic daisy carnival. And if you know what's going on with that, please tell me. I'm very curious.
Sean, if they wanted you to know.
I know. I'm not invited.
Have you considered putting it on Nextdoor?
No, because then I don't want to look, what is the thing that's going on? I don't want to be that guy. I don't even chime in on these things. Okay, when we come back the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
Thank you so much for asking. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. What's coming up on the next episode? A weird edition of Not the Onion. Somehow, Slipknot does the Whitney Houston challenge, and the White House involves itself in the Xbox PlayStation rivalry. Gibson has a Back to the Future collab in the works, while Janelle Monáe went back in time nonchalantly. Plus, the most random, weird, how the frick celebrity couple of the year, maybe decade. Find out who and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
And this one victim said, quote, our sweet mother, they dismembered her. They sold her shoulders, knees, and feet for profits. I don't even know how I would react, but I will say it would be poorly.
If you found out they sold her head, shoulders, knees, and toes,
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
And Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And our Monday begins on a bit of a rocky note as we expect additional rounds of scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms, especially for areas along and south and east of the I-4 corridor. So plan for about a 40 to 50% chance of rain today. Temperatures warming their way into the upper 70s and low 80s as we head.
Sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. It's time to say goodbye.
Let's go, everybody.
Engine light.
With the free AutoZone,
The next episode coming up in minutes.
It'll help troubleshoot the likely cause of your light for free, so you can drive with peace of mind. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
When was the last time you opened that power bill?
Are people still distracted by the White House construction? Are we moved past that? Have we moved past that?
In the past 5 years.
Boy, do I hope so.
That doesn't seem, the studies have shown in the past.
Boy, do I hope we move past that.
Residential electricity rates have just soared. Imagine instead of just paying more money to the utility company, you could take control of your
I think we got better stuff to get into, huh?
Call them up, get a quote. They're going to design and install a solar system.
Doug hates old white women?
And tailored towards your energy needs. You can lock in
Maybe
lower
true.
costs and enjoy predictable bills that don't just randomly shoot up. And right now, federal tax credits make the switch more affordable than ever. 30% can be covered.
Nobody hates white people more than old white women, though.
Start looking forward to
just got to throw that out there.
Call today for your free quote.
Self-hating female whites. Lots of them.
777-5050. Tell them C-Lane for the news junkie sent you. And you'll
The White House? Don't you mean the Golden Palace?
Find them online.
There's no renaming going on here. Fake news. BDMX Con says affluent white women hate white women. They tend to. There's a lot of that happening. I'm past it, Sean says Nicole. Good. The idea that there's like groups of people who openly hate like that is so cringe to me. It's like there was a video from the show, a highlight clip posted, and I saw this week and I was like, oh, I haven't seen this clip. And I looked and there were like 2 comments, and one of them is like, fuck guys, stop giving microphones to men. And it's from this eunuch looking guy who's like very, very, very political. And the other one is like some insult about C-Lane or me or something. It's like, there's some hateful assholes. What's going on? Very political people. This was not on my profile, okay? This was not on my profile. This was on another profile. But it's so cringe. You know, other people don't tend to do this. Like openly hating on men or women or white people or anybody. It's all very cringe. We need to get over this stuff.
Your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder.
But right now, it's time for the next episode, friends. Here we go!
Any health routine can help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
JTV, Jewelry Television. With 80,000 jewelry looks, we're kind of a big deal. Even bigger with new lines of designer handbags, fragrances, and more. And biggest of all, because you could win a 7-night stay in Bali, spending money, and thousands worth of JTV jewelry, making you kind of a big deal. Enter by December 7th at jtv.com/sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Then watch JTV on TV or shop jtv.com for big holiday deals.
HCA Florida West Orange Emergency and Winter Garden is now open 24/7. Visit HCAFloridaHealthcare.com. This emergency department is part of HCA Florida Osceola Hospital, not an urgent care center. Services billed at hospital rates.
When good things go bad, bad things make headlines. This is the...
Take a seat, enjoy yourself. Welcome to the world's most viral newsroom. And what happens here every single day is certainly going to be more interesting, funny, and otherwise than the same 3 songs over and over. So take a seat, learn more at thenewsjunkie.com. Halloween is on the way. Oh, God, I'm excited. I'm ready for it. I'm I'm thrilled. We got our event coming up this week. We are just all ready to go. But I do want to give you a tiny little reminder before the next episode. When you hear the keywords every single day on this show, make sure you're reacting. We still got some time left for you. When you hear it, next time you hear the person say the keyword, do what they say and give it a shot. People start to get lazy. They don't play anymore. That's your turn to pick up $1,000. All right. So I want you to be the next winner. Let us know after your victory lap. Let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Damn. I got to remember that.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com, and of course the Home Loans Radio Show. You know, if you're thinking 2026 is my year to finally get a home, then he's the guy to work with. Perhaps you already got your dream home and you want to refinance it. Maybe you're a business owner ready to expand that bad boy. Work with someone who's got your back, best interest in mind. And it's worth mentioning, he is very smart and an expert at what he does. And also a very big expert when it came to being one of the sponsors for the roast coming up this week on Thursday. Start the process today or see him on Thursday by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com or be there on Thursday.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Nailed it.
Because the rose is not on his website. It was a mere 61 years ago, 1964. One of these two right here.
Sonny and
Sonny
Cher.
and Cher.
That is correct. Sonny to be exact, and it was on this day that he married Cher for 7.5 points. Where did they get married? Not the United States.
They got married in, okay, I'm just going to take a shot in the dark. I vaguely remember something about Cher spending time in Croatia?
That is not close. That
Paris.
Nope, no way, Jose.
They renamed it to Sheris. I'm almost positive it was Paris.
Tijuana, Mexico.
Oh, yeah, I was pretty far away.
Yeah, she wore bell bottoms. They divorced in
Croatia.
February of 1974. Maybe that's a new hot.
I might have made that up, but I thought I remember Cher like being in Croatia for some reason.
Yeah, and he ran into that whole tree thing.
That was not good. Not for
in
Sonny.
98. And then, oddly enough, also on this day, the anniversary of her wedding, Cher sued the rich seaside city of Malibu, California, after she was denied her application to build a new home on a bluff overlooking the beach.
Still hard to this day, man.
And also, is it still there to this day?
Well, I don't know. It might have
92,
got,
after all these years, it's probably washed, right?
no, I mean, it might have got burned out in those fires that burned a bunch of the Malibu houses on the beach now, but it's just such a nightmare
Mother
doing
Nature
anything there.
did its thing. This is so weird to me, and I've never heard of this. Did you know that Elizabeth Hurley, you know her from Austin Powers?
Yeah.
I
And
know her,
for
yeah.
the weird photo shoots that she has her teenage son take the pictures for
That
her.
is correct. And you thought, could Lizzie get any weirder? Do you know who she is with?
Dating?
Dating.
Dating.
According to
I don't.
She's cougar in this thing, right?
No.
I see her as no. Not with a younger guy.
Is he older? She's dating older?
He is 4 years older, and we're very familiar with him. His face is attempting to look younger. But according to reports, she's with...
No, Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billy Ray Cyrus. When?
I thought he was falling apart.
Oh, I'm sure he still is, but Elizabeth Hurley's like, I'll fix you.
She was, last I saw her, she still looks fantastic.
Yeah.
She really looks great.
Couldn't say the same for Billy. I feel like he just, I did watch House of Wax for the first time in many years. You know, with Paris Hilton, that horror movie. That's what Billy Ray's face looks like.
A little melty.
Boom, roasted. Billy is fabulous. We're very happy, very happy. Direct quote to Yahoo from Elizabeth Hurley. She went on to say that They spent the summer with her at her home in Herefordshire, England. He loves it. Obviously, he loves England. The weather is nicer here. Lives 40 minutes outside of Nashville. It's so beautiful. They are happy as a pair. How did they meet? I do not understand what's going on here. I thought he was with
they look
another
okay.
lady who was kind of crazy.
Like, they make sense together, I guess, a little bit. He looks like, oh, God. He looks a bit like the Foo Fighters guy.
No, Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl's older brother. He looks like Dave Grohl's older brother a little bit.
Maybe in that picture now, play the footage of him singing at that weird Trump rally.
No, that wasn't good. He was not on key there.
According to reports, and the hashtag Free Wendy continues, Wendy Williams, the Guardian, is now being accused of draining her, as she reportedly never knew she was paying $25,000 a month in rent at the assisted living facility.
All right,
which is bonkers. She publicly deemed a luxury dump, which I believe I had one of those this weekend. Instead, she reportedly thought the rent was just $18,000 a month.
It's still quite expensive.
Yeah.
All right.
Some people don't make that in several months, but according to Page Six, the former talk show host found out how much she was actually paying for her assisted living facility apartment through her own press coverage. So still gets access to the news, and told the publication that she is so far removed from the details about her own finances that she thought this luxury dump was $18,000 a month.
You know, I never watched that documentary that she put out. So
it's on the queue. In the queue.
I don't have enough. I don't have a solid idea of where she's at and what's wrong with her and what's going on there.
There have been a couple of interviews where some people that are not used to her show, because I watched a lot of it during COVID. That was the go-to at 10 a.m. and I would at least see the first two segments. And her crazy eyes have always been there. She's always been a little bit different. And then you get the interviews with her and they're like, clearly she needs to be in assisted living. Like, Wendy's been this way the whole time. And $25,000 a month is bunkers.
I don't know. I don't know enough about it, but I know they tried to free Britney, and that doesn't seem to have played out well. So,
it's fine.
Tread lightly is what I would suggest from this.
Time to be a-flying, so let's just get this out of the way. A lot of Halloween-themed stuff coming our way. And just to let you know, if you find yourself in Simi Valley.
Simi?
Simi.
S-I-M-I?
Yeah, Simi Valley. California, to be exact. The actor who plays the son in Poltergeist is going to be handing out candy to trick-or-treaters at the actual house of the Poltergeist, which is
that's kind of cool. That's fun.
His name is Oliver Robbins. He played Robbie Freeling. He's the kid that gets attacked by his own clown doll. You remember that, right?
Have not seen Poltergeist.
Whoa.
No, I don't know if I've seen it a long time ago. Very long.
That has a fake slap, and I almost destroyed a very expensive camera I haven't finished paying off, and now we're sideways. So you can visit there. New owner of the house will also be decorating with lots of skeletons, a nod to the final scene of the movie, a lot of spoiler alerts, and if you can't stop by on Halloween, you can rent it as an Airbnb. Can't do the same for the mall that Dawn of the Dead was in, because Walmart bought it. How exciting, yeah. And what a great opportunity to just allow it to be the spot for other, perhaps, films or Dawn of the Dead 14. But instead, it has been announced that they are completely destroying it.
Wow. They should keep around one mall in Hollywood that is just for doing these kind of filmings.
Or come to Central Florida. We got 4 of them that no one goes to.
Sure.
50 years ago, George A. Romero forever immortalized Pennsylvania's Monroeville Mall as a piece of horror history, and Walmart's like, we'll take it, and they're going to demolish it. It is part of a $34 million deal. And there you have it, my friends. On the boob tube. So scary. Game 3 of the World Series. Who's playing, Sean? 5 points.
Oh, the World Series is the Dodgers and the Angels, baby. Nope. Angels in the outfield.
Dodgers is right.
Is that right? Oh, I got one.
Blue Jays, right?
Blue Jays is correct. I'll split those points. We have
got
football.
an angel with you right now.
One more time.
You got an angel with you right now.
Thank you so much.
I'm too old for this S.
Football with the Commanders and the Chiefs, The Voice, Battle Rounds, and you can catch James Corden on Fallon. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day. Thank you, Sabrina. Lots to get to here on the show. An email coming in from William. He says, you can call me William. I just did, to tips@thenewsjunkie.com.
Really?
I'm a Titusville resident. This was like Hurricane Helene and Milton in 3 hours. There's some trees down in my yard. I helped my neighbor to cut the tree and remove it from the road. The second photo is where water got near my front door. Many in the neighborhood were fully flooded. This was the most insane thing I've seen, and I lived in Florida since I was born in 1988. This could be described as biblical, but I'm not religious, says William. Final note, I love all of you. Do my best to listen every day. Join the News Junkie Discord, I yell. It is the best Discord, he says. William in Titusville. Thank you, William. Let's see how close this water got. I mean, it doesn't look very dramatic in this photo, but I could see where the water was up here closer to your house. This is the other photo is way more shocking of the road opening up and eating cars. But
yeah, that guy may have won your inbox for the day.
Yeah. This everything.
You gotta come with the fire if you're going
but
after.
This is a close 14th place.
Yeah, yawn, sir. Yawn. This is get a broom in 5 minutes so we can clean this up here. It's not very difficult.
You know, I'm sure you could call stuff biblical even if you're not very religious. But I think people would know what you're talking about. They're not going to go, whoa, sir. You just said biblical. I'm going to have to quiz you on your Jesus knowledge.
Unless you're referring to Noah's Ark. I mean, that's a significant difference between a little dirt on the porch.
Somebody else says they want to stay anonymous.
Am I right, Catholics?
And they sent this over. Is this real? This seems fake. It says, for Sabrina, and it's a funding website, and it says, bring movie people closer to the movies they love. It's a movie pass company funding thing. What? But this must
like
be
a
old.
GoFundMe for Movie Pass?
Yeah.
I already funded them enough. Thank you.
It says, it says it started here. This must be fake, though. It says it's raised $9.1 million of $10 million. There's no way. There's no way.
For Movie Pass.
Original co-founder Stacy Spikes bought Movie Pass back from private equity ownership. Epic turnaround story featured in the HBO original documentary produced by Mark Wahlberg. $13 million in annual recurring revenue and 2.8 million movie visits booked since relaunch. And, I guess you could just invest in the company or something? That seems weird.
That's weird.
I mean, 9.1 million people or $9.1 million that people have given for this? What do I get? What's an investor perk?
I don't know, because when that first thing came out, though, it screwed everybody over. Why would anyone invest in this? Thinking,
well, this is somebody new who's bought it over, and now they want to get people back into the company, which, no. First time around was quite bad. I don't know.
Yeah, let's forward that to spam, please.
I'll try to see what you get if you put some money forward. And it's very, very long, this whole thing. But it doesn't tell me what I get. Oh, okay. Invest in Movie Pass. If you spend more than $250,000, you get the CEO as a featured guest speaker at your company conference or private event in the studio team perks, which is dinner and a movie with the CEO in New York City or LA, and executive producer perks, which is an invitation to Urban World 2026 as a VIP guest.
You donate $100,000 and they won't even give you the transportation to have the dinner and a movie.
Correct.
Yeah, these suck. I don't know. I guess people are donating. All right, check it out. WeFunder.com is the website where that is.
Don't check it out. Do not waste
When we come back, we got to get to the Disney World drama. The deaths are piling up all of a sudden. What's happening there? Is this actually their fault in any way? And also the food stamps drama that's building up as we approach November 1st. How many people are going to be affected by this? What's really going to happen? All of that on the way, and the drama around it is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need. Flooding's closed some roadways out in Mount Dora on Donnelly Street, at Limit Avenue on State Road 46 between 441 and Round Lake Road. There's a crash causing stop-and-go traffic on Florida's Turnpike northbound just past County Road 470. That's off to the shoulder. No surprises on I-4 affecting your drive. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fairwinds Credit Union. Financial freedom happens here. Fairwinds Credit Union. Whether you need personal or business accounts to help you reach your goals, they've got you covered. Visit fairwinds.org to join their community of financial freedom seekers today. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
As our area continues to grow, more and more national chain stores are moving in, and that includes big box jewelry retailers who claim to be direct.
Hello! Folks, I've got to get a delivery that will allow me to put the bottom mini that I just added in there onto the network. So stand by. Yes! Courtney's not even here to celebrate my cable. I've ordered so many cables. She's not a fan of the cable. But this will put our new Mac Mini, bottom mini, on the network.
Russ Rollins here. October is Sudden Cardiac Arrest Awareness Month. That's right. It happens, and it can happen quickly if you don't know what's going on with your heart.
All right, this is a little shorter than I thought it would be, but I think it will get the job done. Hang on, I'm going in. Come on, careful now, careful. All right, we're plugged in.
Right before the holidays, this is a great time to go and get that free heart scan. All you gotta do is pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. There's a few minimum requirements. This is a $699 value that is definitely worth it. And when you talk to them about the free heart scan, cancer screening, super important to do. We know my sister.
Is that in there? I think that's good. I think we're on the network, baby. I gotta clean it up, but I think we're on the network. All right? We'll check that out momentarily.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but it's also hard to deal with a cough that won't go away.
Food stamps. They are shutting down SNAP payments on November 1st. Any guesses as to how many Americans are on food stamp payments in the United States of America? How many Americans do you think are on food stamps? Too damn many, says Booty Sweat. 12 million? 25 million? No. No. Try 40 million Americans are on SNAP benefits. That's right, Jeffrey. 40 million Americans. That is 14%-ish. Somebody can run the numbers on that. That's around 14% of all Americans. That's kind of crazy. 40 million people. And they will not be getting their benefits come November 1st, which allows them with a payment each month to buy food and groceries and stuff like that. And that will be one of the first real pressure points of the government shutdown as we now go several weeks into this whole thing. That's a whole lot of macaroni. It is. That's a lot, right? 90 seconds, and we're coming back live. We'll talk about exactly what's going to happen with it. In fiscal year 2024, the program served an average of 41 million people per month, or 12.3% of U.S. residents. That's crazy. That's more than 1 out of 10 people that you see is getting SNAP benefits. In certain neighborhoods, it's just astronomically high.
Or waiting for someone new to pick them up.
That's a lot.
Seem like small changes can actually be indicators that kids are being groomed for human trafficking. Noticing them matters. Reporting them changes lives. Blue Campaign can help. Visit dhs.gov/Blue Campaign.
40 million Thanksgiving dinners ruined. Maybe. Big ups for Walmart and their cheap Thanksgiving meal. That might be real attractive. But let's see what's going on. Let's uncover this a little bit. See what we can learn. Plus, we'll get into this Disney thing. Here we go.
Congestion and work 6 times faster than nasal decongestant tablets. The 12 hours of relief allow you to get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it. Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday magic.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bank. B-A-N-K. That's bank. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This
in just a couple of days, what's going to happen? Wait till you hear about this. That is coming up in just a moment on the show. Learn more about what's going on around here on thenewsjunkie.com. And no, I'm not talking about the roast. That will be fun news for a small amount of people. Our exclusive event is coming up in a bit. Lexi emails about this. Hey, junkies, so excited for the roast. October 30th is our wedding anniversary, and there's no other way we'd want to celebrate.
Oh, that's sweet.
This will also be our first News Junkie event. We've been longtime listeners. We quote you guys almost as much as we quote SpongeBob on a daily basis. Love the show and love you guys. Can't wait for a hilarious evening and to finally experience the community in person. You're the best and a genuine light of enjoyment every day, says Lexi. Well, thank you, Lexi. Appreciate that. A different angle here with Doubt, who emails tips at
Your show
thenewsjunkie.com.
sucks. I would never go to that roast.
This person says, hey, Sean, I just wanted to share my Flonase story. Okay. I already know where this is going.
Buckle up, folks.
I already know. I broke my nose 25 years ago, and after a botched surgery to fix it, I was always congested. So I use nasal spray every day for a few years. Now I have permanent nerve damage in my nose tract. I have lost just about all of my sense of smell, and I could barely taste food flavors. It blows, no pun intended. So be careful with that stuff, he says. All right, I will try. I mean, I got the allergies. No matter what, I got them. It's bad, and I got to fight them off, and that helps me get through the show without like every 3 seconds or so. But I appreciate the email. I appreciate the thoughts. So we were talking about this, and this is kind of crazy to me, especially since somebody just posted in chat, I made $24,000 last year, and I didn't get any of these SNAP food stamps. How? To that person, how? Is it because somebody else in your house made a bunch of money? Because it seems like that would be the qualification for you. Celine, look up. Let's go Florida just to be particular because it's going to be. I think it's going to vary a little bit, or it's a national plan. Look up SNAP requirements, SNAP food stamp requirements, and we'll get to that in a moment. Because the government shutdown is going to have its first big impact here, really, and that is that people will stop getting their food stamps on November 1st. And if you go to the USDA website, they got another one of these alerts up, to talk about the government shutdown. And this says, Senate Democrats have now voted 12 times to not fund the food stamp program, also known as the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP. Bottom line, the well is run dry. At this time, there will be no benefits issued November 1st. We are approaching an inflection point for Senate Democrats, this message says. Obviously, this is from the Trump White House. They can continue to hold out for health care for illegal aliens and gender mutilation procedures, or reopen the government so mothers, babies, and the most vulnerable among us can receive critical nutrition assistance. All right. Says this message from the USDA, which is obviously, political in nature and from the Trump's White House. We're going to see who everybody blames for this. I know that there was another attempt to get the funding to stretch out a little bit to make sure that federal employees were paid and that they were getting their paychecks, but they just couldn't get the votes for it. And it's not the Republicans who aren't voting for this. The argument comes down to two things, all right, if you want to know who to blame in these situations. The argument comes down to, do you think that the minority party, which in Congress at the moment is the Democrats, do you think that they should utilize this moment to try to work through things that they want changed? That they should utilize this to try to fight for the people that voted for them? Or do you think it's more important that they keep the funding going for the government and for people on these plans? And your decision on how you feel about that is going to judge how this whole thing is treated, because now you'll have a lot of people who won't get these food stamps, and the numbers are insane. Most people don't know this, but food stamps and SNAP, it's 40 million Americans. 40 million, all right? That's about 12% of Americans get these SNAP benefits, these food stamps, money, and other things that they are able to get, payments and such, to buy groceries and food for their families. So that's a lot of people, 40 million people, or 12% of the public. It helps, this says about 1 in every 8 Americans, it helps them buy groceries.
I mean, that's a lot. And then even if they use every single dollar that they have left this next round, I mean, what does that even mean? You can't even stock up for the time that you don't have SNAP benefits.
Well, they don't know when they're going to solve this. You have no idea when they're going to solve this. And this is, some people get like a small amount of money. Some people heavily rely on it to get all the arguments in here so everybody feels represented. There are many people who think there are way too many people on these food stamp programs. And with 40 million people on these programs, you're probably right. You're probably right that there's some people who should be, further looked at and find out if they're the best people to be in these programs or if they're taking advantage of it. But I'll tell you, a lot of these people are young, poor families, okay? And like even when we first had Dylan, I didn't have a job barely at the time. I think I was just like interning at the rock radio station. And for Dylan, his mother was on food stamp benefits for like 6 months or a year or something like that. So a lot of people who are young end up with kids. They need help getting money. I personally think that all of these things should be regulated in such a way that you make sure you know the amount of income these people are making. You make sure that they're actively searching for employment if they are employable people. You make sure that there aren't people just taking advantage and squeezing off the government teat to try to get as much as they can. But on the other hand, it's an important resource for a whole lot of people. It's the people who aren't as fortunate as you or I, who legitimately are trying their best, some of them, and they end up needing a little bit more assistance. But it says, bottom line, the well has run dry. Celine, did you find out what the requirements are for that?
So there's some work rules. You must meet general work requirements for SNAP unless exempt, such as being unable to work, caring for young children or incapacitated persons, or being a student. You have to have all this training program, blah, blah, blah. But the biggest thing is the income, right?
Yeah.
Most households must pass a gross income limit less than or equal to 200% of the federal poverty level. The federal poverty level is currently $15,650. So
so it's about 30 grand household revenue or income. I mean, that for an entire household, that's not that much money. It's really not. 30 grand for a household. Now, do you have some people who cheat on this and they take more than they should? Yes. I unfortunately think those people become a representation of other folks who I care about that ended up losing money in situations like this. Like, we always take the person who pulls up to the food bank in the Mercedes and is fully capable of getting a job if they weren't pretending to have Lyme disease or whatever. That person always becomes the representation of these things. And then when you go through poor neighborhoods, you see sometimes that there are people that are like, oh, shoot, this is where this money actually goes a lot of times.
Consider the kids at school that they can barely afford lunch. And even with the programs, it's their only meal of the day. And that should be the representation of it.
I mean, it's just most people end up going like, 40 million people is a lot of people. Right. So people go, there's too many people taking this money and it's not the social safety net that it's intended to be. And that isn't fair to the people who actually need this. But we also shouldn't just say like all of these people are money grubbing losers who just can't get a job or aren't trying hard enough. That's a lot of people, 40 million people. What do you think is going to happen here? And if you're in one of these situations where this affects you, let us know. I know they're trying to prepare a lot of the food banks and stuff in different areas where people go and lean on these more private programs when they're not getting these checks. Will the Senate Democrats hold out? Will they feel some pressure and collapse? I literally have no idea how long this government shutdown is going to last for. It will last as long as these people think it's politically feasible. I think it could go on for a while. But as of November 1st, now those food stamp funds will dry up. So let us know if you're impacted by this. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Over in Jamaica, Hurricane Melissa beginning to show some impact. Oh, yeah. Winds are whipping up. A nice resort right here. I don't know what I'm looking at, but it's quite nice. Huge, huge pool, but their palm trees are starting to get some wind and rain from Hurricane Melissa. Category 5.
Hours, right?
Yeah, they got a long time. It looks like it's... You can't really tell too much because there's a building in the way. But from what I'm looking at, it looks like there's some real bad weather starting to kick through. I'll bring up some more clips and whatnot throughout the show and put the real good stuff over on See It Now.
We were talking about this last night, and because Ashley had seen some TikToks and stuff from people that were at sandals locations in Jamaica, and those are getting ready to like shut down and have to ride out this storm and stuff. And somebody goes, well, I mean, it might not be the worst thing in the world to be at an all-inclusive during the hurricane. I'm like, I'm pretty sure they stop including stuff.
No, I don't want it all included no matter what.
When they stop including the stuff, they're not stacking the empty shot glasses on their heads and dancing to reggae when the hurricane is coming through. I think you're just getting cold sandwiches with a ride-out crew if you're stuck there.
I want to go to that barbecue place that they had in Sandals, Jamaica.
The Jerk Shack?
The Jerk Shack, baby. Don't shut down the Jerk Shack just because it's getting a little windy or rainy. I cannot deal with that, Fred.
Jerk everywhere.
A lot of people are chiming in over on chat. Jeffrey says, I hope the Democrats hold out. A line needs to be drawn. The Republicans need to be held accountable for this nonsense. I don't know what he means by this nonsense, but that's what he says. Buzz says they're going to get rid of the benefits whether the Democrats hold out or not, so they better hold out or they don't have a spine. Boy, I think a lot of these things are definitely said from the position of somebody who's not probably relying on these benefits. Yeah. If you have so little extra money coming into your household and some kids to feed and stuff, and I get it, you could say like, well, you shouldn't have had kids. I know you could do all those things, but this is where we find ourselves, so we have to work within these the scenario that we call reality. And if you think that's the case, I think playing politics with those people and their situation is not fair to them. But yeah, I mean, a lot of very political people will be like, hell yeah, we got to hold them accountable.
Somebody,
we'll see how it plays out for you.
Somebody on the texting service says, in all caps, every other shutdown in history, food stamps were funded. Is that true?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I shall Google.
Know we have had other shutdowns in history. In this case, all of the Republicans are voting to continue funding the government. And I don't know if any more than 3 in Senate. 3 of the Senate Democrats have decided to vote with Republicans. They can't get any more Republicans. So either they push this through and get a couple of more votes to push the funding through, and then this whole thing is alleviated, or they keep going, and these Democrat holdouts say, no, we gotta take it to them. I say you lost the election, okay? There are consequences to losing elections. You could say, hold on, stay strong, and all of that stuff. I would say probably it would be best just to keep funding going for poor people in the meantime, and then try to see what you could do in the midterm elections. This is just a very, I don't know. It seems like stage kids at work. Like, it seems like a very performative move, which I don't like because people actually get impacted by it.
Yeah. They're saying that during the 2013 shutdown that the USDA was able to use contingency funds to keep SNAP benefits flowing. This was not guaranteed for the 2025 shutdown that threatened the November benefits. Obviously, pressure was put on states. Benefits were not reduced, but were delayed, and states had to scramble to cover costs. That was the last time.
Certain states are saying that they're going to try to bridge the gap, and certain states aren't talking about that. We're not even there yet. We've still got just short of a week or so before this actually hits. So maybe somebody will cave before that. It all seems kind of dumb. Poor people exist, no matter what some folks want to think. On the other hand, taking those poor people and going, we're going to take a stand right now. Just make a deal, for God's sake. You're not going to get the world. You're not going to get a Christmas list of your political wishes. You didn't win the election, to the folks that are pushing that line. And using these people as your collateral in the middle is kind of gross, honestly. But we'll see what you have to say. So hit us with the dispatch, tips at thenewsjunkie.com, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, we got the Disney story coming up next. The third person in 10 days has died at Disney World. How is this happening? What's going on? We'll dive into these very, very interesting stories and tell you what the details of this last one are. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
the Monsters in the Morning. Lose really where your sticking point is, right?
Lose track of where you were listening.
Exactly.
To your conversation.
Hey!
Road closures due to flooding that might be affecting your drive here on State Road 46 westbound before.
This can't be true.
On Donnelly Avenue at Limit Avenue, Wolf Branch Road near Britt Road. That crash on the
Hang on.
northbound.
Stand by.
70's been cleared up, although you're
Stand by. Ban incoming.
See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline.
And then I'll get to what I was going to say.
Traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the traffic center of James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
Whether you're new to nursing or looking to advance your degree, Rasmussen University offers a range of programs to help you answer the call for nurses. Because when you're ready to care for others, we're ready to help you get there. Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
You know, this time the storm is out in the Caribbean, and it looks like we're safe from Hurricane
Buzz says Sean must watch a lot of Fox or get his talking points directly from Mike Johnson. Buzz, banhammer right over your head right now. Here's what I'm going to tell you. What did I say that was factually wrong? Go. If you can't tell me one thing that I said that was factually wrong, I'm going to ban you, okay? Go ahead. You have 20 seconds.
Solar system built for Florida homes. With the battery backup storage, meaning lower bills all year long.
You got 20 seconds. What did I say that was factually wrong? What I said is every Republican is already voting to fund the government. The Democrats, 3 of them are voting. You have to get past a filibuster level, which is 60 votes. So they need more votes. The votes can only come from the Democrats. The Democrats lost the election, right? So that's why they're the minority party. They're trying to utilize this situation and draw a line in the sand and ask for a laundry list of things that they want even though they did not win enough representation to get that on their own. That's exactly what they're doing. That's what's happening right now. Will it be politically expedient or a win for them to do it? That's for people to decide. People will decide in the midterm elections and, in polls and stuff how they feel about this. Tell me what I was wrong about. Go ahead. Dan, I'm not talking to you. Also, that's dumb. I did not say that Democrats can't fight for people because they lost the election. I said there are consequences of the election, and people are going to decide whether they find you responsible or not. Come on, Buzz. Buzz. If they need 60% of the votes, nobody said 60% of the votes, it said 60 votes. You need a majority. It sounds like they're the ones who need to make the deal. That's not true. That's not true. That's not how things work. There is now a situation where all of one side is voting and only a small amount of the other side is voting, right? So now we find ourselves in a stalemate. So both of these sides have made their statements clear. Both of these sides have now said what their intentions are, and the public will decide which one they think is right. And you can utilize poor people not getting their food stamps as ammunition, and you're trying to get whatever laundry list of items you want, even though you didn't get enough votes to win. Nice try, Buzz, but hang on. Stand by. We're buzzing them out of here. Gotta trim the fat around here. Pretty sure Sean's idea of 20 seconds is different than mine? Maybe. I was trying to give him an opportunity. I don't care if you disagree. I don't care if you have a different take on something. But don't come at me like that unless you have something to back it up. Otherwise, I'm going to pop you. Jeffrey says this is similar to what the Republicans did to hold up the judge nominations. And that's wrong. And by the way, holding up this woman who already won her election and utilizing the government shutdown to say you're not going to swear her in is also wrong.
Are you cooking your 7-bean dip again?
I know, I promised not to, but doesn't it smell good?
For now, yes, but we both know it's coming.
Speaking of gas, did you hear we're getting a BJ's Wholesale Club with everyday low gas prices?
Nice, just think how much we'll save.
So I can make
I vote Buzz for chat of the day. It's probably not going to work out for him. I think if the Republicans get out there and make it clear, they're like, look, we continue to try to vote through things that will fund the government. We continue to do this. These people are not voting for it. I don't know what to tell you. If they can get that message out there, I think a lot of people will be like, okay. They're voting to fund the government. The other people are not allowing them to do this.
any health routine can help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com.
All right, 45 seconds and we're coming back. And if you keep whining, I will shut down all chat benefits. Snap benefits and chat benefits, all gone. It's gonna get brutal. Copyright. All right, here we go.
Always screaming. Streaming commercial free. Plus Trick or Treat Radio just for your little monsters. Trick or treat. And of course, curated Halloween playlists perfect for your Halloween party. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Halloween, and listen now.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bank. B-A-N-K. That's bank. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is
And we're going to peek into your world and see what's happening, what's on your mind, what your take is. If you have something on your mind when you're listening to the show, you can always record your dispatch at tips. Record that on the website, thenewsjunkie.com, or send an email. If you want to be anonymous, put that on top, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. I'll get to those momentarily. There is a bit of a mystery unfurling here, and it's now making national and even international headlines because a third person in the last 2 weeks has died at Walt Disney World. All right,
which used to not be allowed. I thought, you know,
that's like the biggest rumor ever. Like, I think all three of us have heard this when we were kids, right? Like, nobody can die at Disney World,
right?
Which I don't think was ever true. I think it's just like a thing.
No one's ever died there.
Like, to me, I look at this and I go, 3 people have died in 2 weeks at Disney World. Tragic, bad, right? But is it kind of inevitable? There's so many people at Disney World. Like, there's a lot of people that are there. In one case, you had a woman.
You have a death at like a music festival or something, and you go, well, the influx of people has taken this small farmland and just exponentially multiplied the number of people that are there. With that many people, there's bound to be an accident.
Yeah, that's how many millions of people are on some Disney property every day. It has to be just absolute boatloads of human beings, bigger than most cities every day. So, like in any city, you're going to have people who die, people who, unfortunately take their lives. And it's just the juxtaposition of Walt Disney World and bad. That's what makes things newsworthy to people. The first story was about this woman who flew to Orlando and went to this hotel and then took her own life. Which I said is like, well, what are you thinking? I mean, if you want to off yourself, that's one thing. But like, if you want to
balcony, right, or something.
Yes, yeah, and in a place that's like known to be full of kids. People are complaining about skeletons doing striptease dances for your Halloween display. This is the thing that is going to have an effect on anybody who happens to, God forbid, see it. But that woman took her own life at Disney about a week ago plus. Then a man died who was at what's the place called where they have all the camping and the cabins and stuff? Wilderness, Fort Wilderness.
Yes.
Some guy was there and he just died. It was a terrible accident. He just died in Fort Wilderness. And now there's a third person that has died at Walt Disney World, the third in less than 2 weeks, in a chilling string of what they call fatalities.
Is it, though? Or if we
loaded.
found out the actual numbers of people that died, and mostly, I would imagine, natural causes, happenstance, would it be a chilling string, or technically, statistically, 3 people die?
So. Yeah.
At Disney every once in a while.
I think it's like, look, you have old people, young people, you have sick people. There's so many people that go to this. It's going to happen, unfortunately. The thing is, there's rumors, and I do not know if there's any truth to this, that this also was a person taking their life at the Contemporary Resort on Disney property. They said something happened in the back of the building with crime scene tapes surrounding the water fountain. This is one of the people who was nearby.
Why are you choosing that as the go-to spot?
I don't know if somebody jumped or accidentally fell to their death, but something happened, and they have an employee at every single window to shield you from looking out the back so you can't view. Said somebody on social media reacting to this. So I really think it's in many ways the media taking this story and turning it into a bit more of a fantasy that it needs to be on account of Disney's attachment.
The new airplane that was in January, February, March. That's the Q4 hype.
Yeah, and I hesitate for anything like this to get attention. Because if it is people taking their lives, that really social contagion does exist. It's a real thing. And the more air those stories get, the more people who are like, okay, I'm going to do that too. But this happens all the time. It happens with anything tied to the theme parks. It's like the beauty, fun, family thing going on, and this dark other side, death and suicide that we're going to try to attach to it some way. So I think it's overblown, but we'll see. If you know anything about this, let us know the additional details over at tips at thenewsjunkie.com. In fact, let's see. We can work in a couple of emails real quick. Tom says, Weathermain Lane, will Weathermain Lane be giving an update on the hurricane? I don't know if I should touch this attachment here. Hang on. Wait, is this AI of you? Did you have a character that you made when you did your hurricane broadcast, Elaine?
Not that I remember, no.
I don't, yeah. Oh, okay. Hold on. This is them filming their radio, so let's listen in. Let's see what it says.
Yeah, the stuff that's going to get more serious is probably going to get more serious in the next few hours. Chris Lane with us. Chris, we appreciate the updates, and please stay safe. Appreciate it.
Oh, who is this? You're talking about the radio station?
Yeah, that was, they had me as the call-in guy.
What's the direct quote? One more
Things
time.
are going to get more serious. They're
Before
about to
they
get more serious.
Something like that.
Hold on. Let me go back.
Yeah, the stuff that's going to get more serious is probably going to get more serious in the next few hours. Chris Lane with us. Chris.
That's him.
I sounded weirdly clear on that. Like that was a phone call.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is not somebody's like old ass radio with an antenna. And stuff.
Yeah, that was one of our Tampa guys that's on the sister station that we're on over there. Was hosting like all night coverage. Gorman.
I like that nickname though. Weathermain Lane?
Weathermain Lane? Yeah. I don't know if we'll have an opportunity because this storm looks like it's going to hit Jamaica and Hispaniola, Haiti, Dominican Republic, and then zoom out. But if it comes near.
I don't know that there's going to be another resurgence this year of Tropic Like a Tot, but we'll see.
Sometime, at some time. Here's Megan emailing. Good afternoon, junkies. So my husband just had a quadruple bypass surgery almost 3 months ago. Jesus. So obviously he's been out of work, says Megan. He's the main breadwinner in our home as I work part-time. I thought for sure we would be a shoo-in to get approved for benefits while he's out of work, but I was actually denied the benefits. And now I can't even get a hold of anybody to find out why. We are not that rich, and we're not trying to milk the government for assistance. We know there are people out there that do that, but we don't, she's saying. There are people who have it way worse than we do. That's really surprising. And I don't know if they're basing that off like previous income brought in by your husband or whatever, but I think we need social safety nets. We need them for a lot of reasons. Number one, it helps lower the crime rate when you have social safety nets like this. It lowers desperation crimes, and that's a good thing. It's actually worth the tax dollars that goes into all this. You just need to make sure people aren't cheating the system. And then the people like this do get some benefits because I don't think many folks are against that. So Mike says, so some people will lose food stamps, but if the Affordable Care Act subsidies aren't extended, some people will not be able to afford health care. This is not about giving insurance to illegals. Mike, I would encourage you, if you are in support of this, to find people that win elections. Because if you win elections, then you can pass things. You can get a majority in these chambers and pass things that you want. If you don't like the way things are going, you can send them in a different direction. But you have to ask yourself, is this going to be smart? Is this going to be something that wins people over? Who are people going to blame for this? That is the biggest question. Scott says, 400,000 kids in foster care won't receive their food benefits, and the families taking care of them won't receive their funds for housing if the government stays closed. If we get to this point, there could be, I have my doubts about this. They could come to an agreement before November, and then this wouldn't happen, and they would resolve the situation. They could say, hey, and I imagine Republicans will do something like this. I imagine Republicans will do something like, hey, let's vote on extending the SNAP benefits for people and then pass a temporary budget so we can continue to fund things, and then we'll hash this out down the road. But then it'll come down to voting again. So we don't know what's going to happen in the next couple of days, but I know people who genuinely need stuff like that are probably not happy about it. They shouldn't be. This is politics getting in the way of their lives in a lot of cases. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, jury duty is on the way. Let's see. We got a bunch of stuff coming up that we have to get to. A Halloween story that I can't even believe. We have the First Lady of France back in the news over her gender, over her sex. That's on trial in France this week. I'll explain. And a woman very, very upset because she got a letter from the dentist's office. What did it say? I'll read it for you, and you can tell me what you think about this. That, in fact, is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Classic Alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Real Music Weekends are Classic Alternative.
This is Katina.
Miami snaps a 3-game skid. Gators back for their...
Hello! Fairwinds Credit Union. Whether you need personal or business accounts to help you reach your goals, they've got you covered. Visit fairwinds.org to join their community of financial freedom seekers today. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
Folks, make sure you hit that like button over on the stream. If you're new around here, hit subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you're on SNAP benefits, well then, sorry to hear. Sorry to hear about your luck.
Things that seem like small changes can actually be...
Sean, didn't they catch 2 of the French museum robbers over the weekend? They did, Kevin. I've got that ready to go. Very, very interesting update on that Louvre robbery. Very interesting update. Hello, Feral Kitten.
Yeah, I'm throwing you out because I got to run and talk to Cheryl real quick.
He's coming to Hard Rock Live due to the man's second show at.
Yeah, we'll get into this Louvre update in a bit. There's a couple of things to talk about there. Hey, I was listening to the Gators news. The news is their cornerback, his entire body exploded. Yeah, the cornerback for the Gators. Combustion. Spontaneous combustion. Doesn't happen a lot in sports, but it'll get you. So whoever had a line on that, congratulations. You must have won big. All right, jury duty is coming up next. Last fan says, I just gave $250 to the MoviePass web funder. Please tell me you're lying. Please tell me that's not true. Dan says, I love how the company that made the lift that was used in the Louvre heist is already using it in new commercials when you're in a hurry. That's true. He's right. The company that was behind the lift rental that was used to get into the Louvre to steal $100 million in jewelry is like leaning into it and making jokes about it and stuff, which is smart to go viral. But I thought, like, are French people going to hear that and react in a bad way? I don't know. I know there's like a level of embarrassment about it. Simply Jeremy says, hey Junkie, since it's 49 degrees and pouring in South Carolina, I decided to call it an early day and come participate in the YouTube chat, so what's up? Hello. Yo.
It's clear reporting, free from opinion. Facts, clarity, calm.
Dan, I hope that's not true, but it could be.
Reporting for America.
I hope that's not true, but it could be. We may never see this stuff again. I know there's a level that some people will have where they look at this and go, oh, who cares, all the stolen antiquities in the museum. But there's a lot of this is like all this wave of anti-Western stuff. I think it's great that we have museums and people can learn about art and history and culture can be spread around through people visiting these places. I think that's a good thing. I think stealing that stuff is a bad thing. I'll die on that hill. 30 seconds, and we're coming back, everybody. Jury duty.
HCA Florida West Orange Emergency and Winter Garden is now open 24/7. Visit hcafloridahealthcare.com.
Radio app.
The #1 app for radio.
HCA Florida West Orange Emergency and Winter Garden is now open 24/7. Visit hcafloridahealthcare.com. This emergency department is part of HCA Florida Osceola Hospital, not an urgent care center. Services billed at hospital rates.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is the
you for hanging out with us. Don't forget, big event coming up this Thursday, the most exclusive event we've ever done, and we are going fancy. You can dress up if you like. You can wear a fancy outfit if you like. Just bring it, all right? Bring it on Thursday for the roast of Sean Wasson. That's me at Judson's Live, all right? That is available for you at thenewsjunkie.com/roast. We'll get into more of your feedback. A lot of people talking about many different things we've hit on over the course of the show. But right now, here we go. Let's do jury duty.
court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, there is all sorts of places you can turn to. A lot of different attorneys out there who say they're going to help you out. But are they really? Some of them will take advantage of you. Some of them will give you no attention. Some of them
Don't
will
know
really,
your name.
They'll just fail you. But I think you're in good hands with Mo DeWitt and the DeWitt Law Firm. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. Let's see. We're talking a little bit during the break. The company that made the lift that was used as an escape from the Louvre Museum after the heist went down.
The company that made it or the company that rented it out?
The company that rented it out, okay. I guess. The story says made from ABC News, but I don't know. Well, it says the company is Becker Agilo Furniture Lift. I think they made it. Yeah, I think they might be the people who actually make the thing and not rent it out. They've started to use it in some advertising on social media.
Oh, they're like tongue-in-cheek about it.
Yeah, they're like, when you really want to get out of there fast, use our lifts
I like that.
To escape the scene. And they've leaned into this quite a bit. And
you guys remember that highly successful Louvre heist?
Those are our vests and hard hats.
Those are our lifts.
They did get out of there fast. Well, actually, it wasn't that fast. The cops just weren't there or anywhere in sight. However, let me bring up the update on this story since it's been kind of an interesting one to follow, because we had some people who were arrested in the Paris Museum theft story over the weekend. And this story from the Associated Press says, 2 suspects were arrested in connection with the theft of the crown jewels from the Louvre Museum in Paris. Justice and police officials said yesterday, and there was a massive manhunt going down. The Paris prosecutor said investigators made the arrests on Saturday evening. One of the men who was taken into custody was preparing to leave the country from Paris's airport. And some of the stories give a few extra details on this. The 2 people that they arrested, one of them was identified through DNA tracing, and I think they believe they have the other one on security footage. But one of them was at the airport and trying to get to Mali, which is in Africa, obviously. And the other one was trying to get to, a lot of the stories aren't mentioning this. The other one was trying to get to Algeria, I believe, which is also in Africa. So they do appear to both be, as I told you off the jump, these African migrants who are all over Paris.
Unrelated news. Africa is about to open a really awesome museum that has very rare jewels in it.
Well, that doesn't mean these people still have these jewels on them. That's another thing. Like, they might have already ditched this stuff. They might have gotten rid of it really fast. That just means they got the two people that they think were involved in the robbery. And there was some reporting over the weekend that said they were working with an insider.
I mean, that makes sense.
At the museum, which adds up. Somebody had to,
And someone funded this. As far as getting the rental. At the very least of the bucket truck.
I mean, I don't think that's super expensive when you're funding the robbery of $100 million worth of stuff, but I do think they probably couldn't have pulled this off if they just had basic knowledge from a visitor to the museum. I really think I think they must have known more. And that's what they were suggesting. So let me see if I can bring that up. Louvre insider. Yeah, there was somebody that they said possibly was working with them. Louvre heist being investigated as an inside job with a security guard in particular being eyed for this. This says, sources close to the investigation claim digital forensic evidence shows a member of security was in contact with these people before the heist with the individuals they think were responsible. There's digital forensic evidence that shows there was cooperation with one of the museum's security guards and the thieves. Look at this. Look at this. So that's what was going on with the Louvre robbery story, and now they have at least 2 people in custody so far.
Do you think this this correspondence with the security guard was just that, or did the security guard leave something unlocked or do anything?
Or was he threatened?
For all that's another thing. But for all we know, it seemed like this was very easy for them to do.
Yeah,
and that was what was painting a very irresponsible, embarrassing picture for the people of the Louvre.
For those of you who don't know, they literally went to the world's most famous museum with some of the most valuable things in the world. They went up on what they call a scissor lift to get them to the second floor or so. They went into a window, and then they went directly to where these jewels were.
And they cut open the display cases with angle grinders.
They used an angle grinder to cut them open and remove these jewels, and then they very slowly went back down on the thing that they used to get up to the second floor. No cops anywhere in sight. We started this show, compare this, okay? We started this show with this guy who was on the streets flirting with some women, recording himself, and then gunshots rang out in the background. And within, I don't think I'm exaggerating if I say 20 to 30 seconds, you heard sirens.
Sirens.
Yeah, you saw the emergency vehicles going to the scene just within 30 seconds of when the gunshots happened. In this case, there were minutes and minutes and minutes that I think it was 5 minutes or something that passed in total. And when they went down the scissor lift to escape with $100 million in jewels, there were no cops.
No, I mean, this has been covered probably a handful of times in film of robbing that museum in particular, and the lengths and the meetings ahead of time and the practice or the super awesome spy equipment that was used. And it turns out it was this easy the whole time.
Yeah, a lot easier than in the movies. And finally, in jury duty today.
Make the movie long enough, man.
Speaking of Paris, 10 people are going on trial in Paris as of today for sexist cyber harassment of Brigitte Macron, the first lady of France. This is the whole movement where they try to say that she's, well, did they say she's trans or a man? I think they should say she's a man. I think they're claiming that the first lady of France. Yeah. Yeah, in America, she's the most prominent person. These are people who are from France. 10 of them, 8 men and 2 women, aged 41 to 60. They're all adults. They're grown-ass people. They're in their 40s.
This is where we like to spend our money. Oh.
They will be tried in a Paris criminal court accused of cyber harassment targeting Brigitte Macron. They face up to 2 years in prison. Here's the crazy part, okay? They said in this courtroom that they plan to present all sorts of evidence that she is a woman, a biological woman.
I feel so bad for her at this point. It's like, let it go. Stop talking about her damn genitals.
Well, she's finally just over it and suing them. Like, the equivalent of this would be, there's stuff like this about Michelle Obama that's always tossed around. I'm trying to see what they said there. They talk about the U.S. lawsuit against Candace Owens, which I still believe they're definitely going to win. But they were saying she was going to prove scientifically in the courtroom that she's a woman, I guess.
It would be a real record scratch moment if she did get in the courtroom and said, guys, enough is enough. And took out her penis.
It would really backfire against the case if that happened. But I think she just slides over a couple, hey, here's the XX chromosomes. Hey, you could do an x-ray of somebody's body and tell if that person is a man or a woman. And this stuff should be pretty easy. I think she's got, I don't know about the criminality of it, but like certainly in the U.S., I think she's got a good civil case. We'll see what happens on both those fronts. We'll keep an eye on it. When we return, I got more of your feedback, your dispatches queued up and ready to go. This mother that got a letter from the dentist's office that she's freaking out about. Should she be? Well, we'll find out together. And a young man with a stunning invention. But is it really all it's cracked up to be? We'll find out together because that's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Win tickets to the Tampa Bay Bucks game Wednesday on our Instagram at Real Radio 1041.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a crash getting cleared up on the ramp from the Greenway southbound to Florida's Turnpike. An accident on Forest City Road at Trailwood Drive. Weather from last night might be affecting your traffic troubles.
Hello, final hour of the show.
666-776-8477 from the traffic center of James Birmingham.
Final hour of the show. Get it all out of your system.
West Orange Emergency in Winter Garden is now open 24/7. Visit hcafloridahealthcare.com. This emergency department is part of HCA.
I gotta clean up these cords.
Hospital.
It is not up to snuff.
Services billed at hospital rates.
If you want to buy or sell your home,
I can see how I can do it. Okay.
Download a free home buyer's guide at the
Yeah, I can make that nice.
There are only about 4,300 publicly traded companies on the U.S. stock exchange.
Hang on. I can't sit here like this. I cannot sit here like this. There's no excuse for bad cables. There we go. That looks clean. Did it. Okay. Rachel says, I bet if you actually saw Michelle Obama in person, you'd think she's a very pretty woman. Not my type, but she's definitely a woman. She's still doing that podcast? Yikes! All right, we got a couple of minutes to hang out.
It's the thrill of the win. Lining up all the facts, so the truth is clear. Yeah.
Imagine having to prove your sex in a court of law. If any of you starts a rumor that I am actually a woman, I will sue you and I will present them in court. Don't make me do it. Do not make me do it. See, Jamaica on YouTube has live cams of the hurricane. We'll peek into that a little bit. It's still kind of just starting to work its way through there. I've seen some of the videos. Shauna Watson? No. No, I am. You guys can't even run with that as a meme. I am just all man. All man. I've seen you with pretty blonde hair before. That's true. There is a photo of me making the rounds, or it's been out there of me with long blonde hair. I think I'm such a man that even then I still looked manly. I just don't have the feminine qualities.
always sold in season at the peak of freshness.
Well, that's a fresh new way to shop.
Fresh from Florida brings the farmers market to wherever you buy groceries. Look for our logo or ask for Fresh from Florida.
Get a $500 Amazon gift card, $500 with any vehicle purchase. Plus, make no payments till next year at Headquarter Hyundai. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday, play day every day. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Every day at Headquarter Hyundai. Everyone gets a $500 Amazon gift card.
3 minutes and we're coming back live.
And make zero payments till next year. Plus 0% financing.
Sean is going to start an OnlyFans. I think that would be the least successful OnlyFans in the history of the platform. If I was like, I am going to Shauna it up, I'm going to put it out there for you.
Everyone gets a $500 Amazon gift card. Plus,
I will not be doing that at the roast. No. Only Bland's? Nicole says, good show today. I think what needs to happen a little bit more to keep the flow nice over here is I think I probably need to permaban like 5 more people. And ask yourself, is it you? I think I like 5 people, I think, need to be permabanned. All the rest of you are awesome. And I like you.
Freshfromflorida.com to learn more.
It's definitely not me. No. Not you. It could be me. No, it's not you. In fact, I will tell you unequivocally, there is nobody on Twitch that I would ban. Nobody. If politics is part of your personality, you're on the chopping block, though. You're on the chopping block.
For sale to minors must be 21 plus to purchase. It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and LifeLock is here with tips to help protect your identity. Use strong passwords, set up multi-factor authentication on
YouTube is where there are some minor issues.
on all your devices. And for comprehensive identity protection, LifeLock is your best choice. LifeLock
Okay, we got
suspicious uses of your personal
1 minute and we're coming back live.
guaranteed or your money back. So stay smart, stay safe, and stay protected. 30-day free trial at lifelock.com. Use the promo code BACK. Terms do apply.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
Narrowed down, huh? Anybody's a suspect? Wouldn't be you, Ryan. I like you. And you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Only those people that I put in that very political category. It's very interesting, but also very poisonous. So sometimes you can hang out, but probably gonna need you to just not talk.
Get back to the moments that matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it. Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday magic.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. WIN. WIN. That's WIN. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the new...
The day is down one by one into the final hour of the show. You're hanging out in the world's most viral newsroom. And do say hi. I love to hear from you. If you send an email, even off hours, say like where you're from and how long you've been listening to the show. All those things are very, very nice to hear. And I love when you check in with us. So we'll get to a few more dispatches here momentarily. But I wanted to share this to tell everybody this story. And you could tell me if you think this is fair or not. There's a woman who is getting a ton of attention in the news so far this week. And she has said that she got a very mean letter from her dentist. The dentist wrote a bit of a mean letter to her. I'm going to pull up the letter here so we can read it together. And then you guys can tell me what you think about it.
A personal
Here
letter.
it is.
Not something like, this is going out to all of our patients.
No, like it literally starts out with, Dear Taylor. This is specifically for this one person here who the dentist's office wrote this to. And it says, Dear Taylor, we truly enjoy having you as part of our dental family, and we are committed to making your visits as comfortable and positive as possible. Good start. Feel like there's a but coming? Well, there is. We understand it can be challenging to arrange childcare, and we appreciate that you bring your children with you when you need to. All right, you can see where this is starting to go. However, we've noticed that during some recent visits, the noise and activity in the reception and treatment areas have made it difficult for our team to provide the best care, not only for you, but also for other patients who may be feeling anxious or undergoing procedures that require quiet concentration. Now, I have a question here. Is this always the way it's been? Because I do feel that. Like in the dentist office, I feel like it's not appropriate for your kids to be screaming and screwing around because some people are really like on edge about their appointment. And it's kind of a quiet place. It's kind of like a chill, quiet place, more so than any other doctor waiting room.
Yeah, for the most part, you just hear the drills.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, and on the other side of the wall, I guess they're hearing this lady's kids who are screaming. So they said, we want the people to be comfortable who may be feeling anxious or undergoing procedures that require quiet concentration. Also, the dentist doing the work. To ensure the best experience for you and everyone in our office, we kindly ask that future appointments be scheduled at times when your children can be supervised elsewhere, or that another responsible adult accompany them. This will help us focus fully on your treatment and maintain a calm, safe environment for all of our patients. We appreciate you understanding, and we appreciate your cooperation. We truly value your continued trust in our care. If you need help finding an appointment time that works with your schedule, we're happy to assist. Warm regards, says the dentist's office to this mother.
Well, they blurred the dentist office thing?
Yeah, they blurred that part.
They really just want to start a discussion. They're not really trying to shame the dentist's office at the moment, it seems.
I feel like the dentist's office said this as kindly as they possibly could have.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that they were really aggressive. She says, I'm so embarrassed, but for what? Like, you're embarrassed.
They didn't was a personal
call you
letter
out.
to you.
Yeah, they sent it to you in particular. They also, they did like, with all due respect, as many times as they possibly could in that.
Is it a one-time thing or?
Yeah.
And forgive me for if I missed the part in the letter that's like, this is the third or fourth time you've needed work.
They made it clear that this is not a one-off,
Okay.
I believe. Yeah, let me see if I can find that particular part. It says, we've noticed that during some recent visits, so it's like implying, more than one time, the noise and activity both in the reception room and the treatment areas have made it difficult for our team to provide the best care. And I guess she was really upset about this. She's like, they embarrassed me. I don't think I can go back. I mean, I feel like this is how it goes. If you have a lot of kids, and she does, the kids get this. Ready? Where was this? Hang on. Okay. Her kids are 7, 5, 4, and 3. Which, yikes.
Wow.
That's a lot of juggling you got going on there. 7, 5, 4, and 3 are her kids. She's 32 years old. She's got 4 children. And she said they're like energetic and, they get into some trouble when they go to this place. I can understand why you might feel that way. You might feel a little upset, but I really do think that was a nice letter from the dentist's office. And at the end of the day, like most issues, you have to realize that just like you can feel free to go to another dentist's office where maybe they will accept this kind of behavior, you should also understand that, your dentist's office has the right to be more particular in who they want to go there for their services.
And they're not a daycare.
There's more than just you. They're not a daycare, and there's more people than just you. And if somebody's like anxious and going in there to get their molars removed or something or whatever, I would understand that they were bothered by your kids screaming at the top of their lungs. It's not professional.
Especially since I would assume that this is a dentist office that is for adults. I mean, I might think a little bit differently. I still think they were as nice as possible about this, and they're not in the wrong here. But I might feel a little bit differently about the mother's actions if this were like she's taking the 7-year-old to the dentist and the 6, 5, 3, whatever the other 3 were, are acting up a little bit, but there's other children around.
Yeah, like it's a kid's dentist office.
Yeah,
because I remember going to that kind of place, and it would be a little louder, and they'd have toys and stuff. Somebody says, man kicking on Twitch says, she sounds like a normal self-absorbed millennial. 4 kids, says Zach. She probably just got her snap cut off, and the kids are starving now. It's weaving 2 together. The comment from Barbara on YouTube says, the dentist took the high road. People let their children wreak havoc without any regard to anybody around them. Barbara is hitting the nail on the head for me. And the idea is, while I think it's great that you have kids and you bring them around with you, every environment is not going to be accommodating for you. There are some places where it's going to be inappropriate. And I know that childcare is expensive and there are other issues, but you can't just be like, I'm chaos in the world, and you, the world, have to deal with all of my chaos, no matter what. And there are a lot of really entitled people who do this. They just go, yeah, so what? Deal with it, you know? And like, life is hard. No, there are rules. And if a dentist office has these rules, then you can either listen to them or find another dentist office that has different rules. It's pretty cut and dry to me, but tell us what you think. Send your dispatches over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Let's see what we got. We got time for 1 or 2 of these. Here's the lovely Lolita with a tip for Halloween. All right, we'll take some Halloween tips here. Let's listen in.
Junkies, just wanted to give you a little tip on something I like to do on Halloween. I always keep little packets, individual packets of goldfish crackers for the little ones, for the ones in strollers.
Okay. We've done that.
Toddlers that are barely walking and shouldn't be eating things like Skittles or Snicker bars. So always keep something on hand for the little babies. Thanks.
That's a good idea, actually. I didn't even think about that.
I just got those mini bottles of Jameson.
No, it's not going to be good.
It's in their hands.
No. It does. The size makes sense. I agree with you. Size-wise, it's like a little kid's shoe, a little kid's bottle. It makes sense, but parents are not forgiving on that front. The alcohol with the babies. Although I would like to have slipped a little Jackson a little bit of alcohol for his birthday as he's running around causing chaos in the world. But
I mean, there was access to alcohol at his birthday.
Yeah, I can't get enough. I love watching. This is going to sound so weird.
Children?
Give me a second, folks. Okay. All right, give me a second before you like clip me out of context and make me sound weird. I find watching kids around Jackson's age to be thoroughly interesting because you get to see them. And I watched Jackson do this a bunch on Saturday. You get to watch them interacting with the world through a brain that's just developing. And he was so smart about certain stuff. I was sitting there, I was telling Celine, I'm just watching him go up to the cooler, understand how the cooler works, understand how he can open it, reach in, understand that there's a juice box in there, grab the juice box and try to drink out of the juice box. And like, they're putting so much stuff together. I find it like, it's incredible. And it's still a little frustrating, you would probably say, Celine.
He's a really big fan of your Mickey Mouse tattoo.
It's not necessarily a Mickey Mouse tattoo, but he thought it was. He pointed at my tattoo. He's like, Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse.
Mac.
I thought about popping his what's it called? What's the jump room? The bounce house? His bounce house?
Oh,
I thought about
it. It actually did start to. Somebody unplugged it or something before you got there, and it started to go a little limp at one point.
A bounce house in the backyard, adults
which
and
is
kids
also
alike.
Terrifying. I've been to many of bounce house parties growing up, and when that thing goes down and you're not outside of it, you get trapped in what you think is your death.
Yeah.
Like, And it's not until someone plugs it back in, but you'll never get into a bounce house again if you're in that all that plastic.
Yeah, it'll get you.
Trying to get out.
I think I'll just never get into a bounce house again, period.
They have
I
adult
don't think I'm
ones now.
allowed. I'm not allowed. I mean, I saw some things at your house. I was like, I want to try to do this tree swing. But I don't think that's a good idea for the tree swing.
It's I've been on it. It's rated it's rated for a lot of poundage. So that sounds weird. It's rated for a lot of weight.
I mean, I understood what you were saying either way, but let's see here. What do we got? Here's another dispatch from Megan. She's talking about driving.
Hey, junkies.
Hey.
You want to hear something crazy? I attended elementary school, middle school, and high school all in Seminole County. My kindergarten year, my teacher was pregnant. She got stuck on the railroad tracks in Altamont.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, she wasn't able to get out of the way in time.
What?
And her and her unborn baby lost their lives.
Oh, gosh.
Wow.
Fast forward how many years till my senior year of high school when I decided I needed a half a credit, so why not take the easiest course out there, which is driver's ed. Well, they're teaching us about the importance of not sitting on railroad tracks. And ironically, the teacher I had finds the news clipping that aired on TV that happened to be about my kindergarten teacher losing her life on the train tracks.
Oh, God.
What are the odds, right? Have a great Monday. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Jeez.
Hey, junkies.
Wow.
All right.
So the example they were giving on why you should pay attention to the train tracks
so many
was
examples.
Yeah, it happened to be the person that she knew that died that way. Unbelievable. I don't even remember learning about that side of things. I literally just remember getting a little green book, and the book had everything that I was supposed to learn for the test. And then I would go in and take the test, and I failed the test the first time, and I was so mad because I wanted to get my driver's license the same day, and I couldn't. I was using my mom's '89 Dodge Caravan, and I'd never driven a vehicle that large, and I couldn't pass the driving test with it. It was not a good time. I guess I must have passed the learner's permit first, and that like the second one was the one where you have to drive.
Yeah, learner's permit was all, well, they say written, but it was all on the computer. And then the one where you actually drove, that was the one where we thought it would be a better idea to use my dad's car because it was a little nicer and it was an automatic. My mom had a stick shift, and it was like, that's one more hurdle if I happen to stall out on the driving test, would be quite embarrassing.
Yeah.
But then she started asking me stuff that I didn't really know because I hadn't driven my dad's car that many times. So it was like, I'm not sure where the wipers and stuff are.
You got to figure that out before, man.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that's kind of wild to me is I always thought watching TV and movies that you went out on the actual roads for that. But I don't know that they really... Oh, you did?
I went on actual roads. I think there were
Really?
There were pieces of the driving test, like parallel parking. I don't even know if we did parallel parking. There were pieces of the driving test that were on a closed course, but then there were also parts of it where she's like, all right, pull out of this parking lot and take a left at the corner. We drove around a little bit and then came back and did the other stuff.
Oh, we had a little course, like a course out behind the DMV place, and there was like a cone set up and all of that stuff. We used to do it out there, but I never had the story about the train crash thing. Unfortunately, sorry that happened to you.
I think they do the course because it's like, hey, if you screw up the parallel parking, we need you to hit a cone and not a car.
Yeah,
that's a good
probably
idea.
better.
Good
I could see that adding up. Let's see what else we have here. A couple of things to get through. I want to show you this. Hang on, let me bring over here. Here is Gozinia talking about water. We'll listen in. Hello?
Hey, junkies.
Hey.
Let's just put it out there. In construction all over Central Florida. And it wasn't the amount of the rain. Again, we have to think about all these new communities that are going in. They're tying into existing sewer lines. And the infrastructure does not hold up.
You saying it wasn't the rain that did it? So, yeah, it rained a little bit. I get it, but it has to do with the infrastructure because, like I said, they're trying in all these brand new communities to go into existing sewers. So that's the main culprit on this whole thing. Maybe that
no
might
place for
be
it to
true.
drain. I mean, it makes sense.
The bigger issue, I think, is just when you get 2 feet of rain or close to it in a couple of hours, most places are going to flood. It's just, it almost doesn't matter where you are. It's just, the system can't handle that in general. If that happened in New York City, chaos, gridlock. If there was 2 feet of rain in a matter of hours. And I don't know, like sometimes there's minor flooding issues like localized to neighborhoods where there's houses that were built up and the infrastructure isn't ready for it around it. But I think more so the case here would probably just be that it's so much rain so fast. Like most places just aren't going to handle that well. But let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch over on thenewsjunkie.com. All right. There's a young kid who just got an award. $25,000 is what he got. They called him America's top young scientist. This California 8th grader got the $25,000 prize, and he developed something called Fall Guard. That's what he calls this. And he says it's a camera-based monitoring system that uses an algorithm he programmed himself, this 8th grader, to spot falls and alert caregivers after his own grandmother suffered a fall that went unnoticed, causing permanent brain damage. So it sounds like this kid invented a life alert, but he invented his own, and you don't have to wear anything. I thought, doesn't Alexa have something like that built in? Isn't there like a thing?
Depends. Did you get the update? Because if not, I don't quite understand that. Did you need the weather?
I don't know. I don't even talk about the update.
She's talking about the Alexa Plus or whatever the new AI-powered Alexa.
No,
I know that the Apple Watch has that, but I guess he's trying to avoid something you have to wear. Apple Watch,
which makes sense. I mean, there's a lot of who was it? Maybe it was my own grandmother, but falling in the it was my grandma fell in the bathroom, and that was her preparing to get in the shower.
That happens a lot.
Did not have and it wasn't an Apple Watch, but it was the clicker that she would wear everywhere else around the house.
Life alert thing?
But didn't have it then and was on the ground for like 4 hours until somebody went to check on her. So.
But can't you, if you have a smart speaker, if you screamed out, like let's say you fell in your house and you broke your leg. If you screamed out, hey, blank device, I'm on the floor, call the emergency authorities right now, I need help. It would do that, right?
I think they have the option. I don't know if it's all enabled by default. It should be, I think.
Would I have to sit on the ground and like negotiate with my smart speaker to set this up? Like, please, just help me out, God.
I mean, take the smart speaker out of it. If you just have like your phone, you should be able to call out to whatever the entity is on your phone that does stuff for you. In the case of our phones, it would be a Siri, and say, hey, call 911.
Yeah, well, you can do that, or you can get this kid's Fall Guard. He got $25,000 for the invention.
Oh, and this is the perfect like snapshot of a 13-year-old's mind. He's working to keep his device free, or at least on the cheaper side, for anyone who needs it.
Oh, buddy, what are you doing?
Just wait until he turns 18, and it'll be $3.99 a month.
Yeah, wait till you put a couple more years' work into this. Oh, is this him? Real quick, I won't take long on this. I just want to see, because I think this is him. Like
5 years ago, my grandma fell in this kitchen.
All right.
But by the time we noticed,
and we still haven't cleaned it since.
It was already too late, which left her with permanent brain damages.
Brain damages?
After doing some research, I found that over 600,000 people die each year from these falls.
All right.
So many of those lives could have been saved if help came a little sooner.
Right.
That's why I invented Fall Guard, which is a real-time fall detection system.
Whoa.
At the heart of Fall Guard is a custom algorithm using AI and computer vision.
Did you actually build this, little guy? These are just like pictures and stuff. I want to see. This is Shark Tank, buddy.
This is a science fair.
Okay, it looks like it actually does detect people and then can tell if they're like in a position where they're on the ground or not. This is pretty smart. Yeah, I mean that's fairly impressive.
So it's an
Somebody
app.
might buy it. Yeah, it's an app and a camera setup that he's working on. All right, let us know what you think. We'll send that through over on thenewsjunkie.com if you have any issues. When we come back, we'll get to you and your feedback. We'll get to some crying during sports And we'll get to the most shocking thing I've seen about Halloween so far. What is it? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
There's a crash on Narcoossee Road near the Greenway, slowing things down. An accident getting cleared up on the ramp from the Greenway southbound to Florida's Turnpike northbound. Look out for crews on the roadways. No surprises on I-4 affecting your drive out in Mount Dora. Flooding has closed some roadways here on State Road 46 at Orange Blossom Trail on Donnelly Street at Limit Avenue. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida West Orange Emergency. HCA Florida West Orange Emergency in Winter Garden is now open 24/7. Visit hcafloridahealthcare.com. This emergency department is part of HCA Florida Osceola Hospital, not an urgent care center. Services billed at hospital rates.
Folks, you need to have somebody who you can rely on when it comes to fixing stuff around your house. And so often, a lot of these places, they just really won't pay attention to you or help you out or be fair with you, which is the key thing. However, at Mills Air, you are the person that they're focused on most. When you call them up, they are going to help you out and make sure that your AC is fixed. And this is the best part, they're going to try to create in you a client that isn't just for one moment in time where they could take advantage of you, but they want you to be happy with the experience so you keep coming back if you have any other AC problems. And obviously, they hope you don't, but it happens over time for homeowners. You're just going to have to deal with this kind of stuff. You need people you can rely on. Those people are at Mills Air. They have the best techs out there. They can service any kind of AC. So no matter what your problem is, just remember to give them a call. The number is 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Streaming only on Hulu.
Right now.
Jelly Roll! Hi, this is Ed Sheeran. LL Cool J! Brian Adams. Make some noise for Tate McRae. Hey, I'm Sammy Hagar. Mariah Carey. We have Room 5. Good evening. Glorilla! Hey, this is John Fogerty. Tim McGraw!
And so much more.
See it all at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One. Streaming only on Hulu right now.
Tune in to Operation Stormwatch on iHeartRadio, brought to you by Eustis Roofing. Small leaks can become big problems with heavy and continuous rain. Take a preventative step and schedule a no-charge roof inspection. Eustis Roofing, the real roofers, real craftsmen, real professionals, real experts.
Who's live anyway? Doctor? I thought you were the doctor. I'm both disgusted and aroused.
Friday, March 20th, Hard Rock Live Orlando. Tickets are on sale now at Hard Rock Live Box Office and Ticketmaster.
Your ticket to big savings is that big blue envelope in your mailbox. Valpak. It's brimming with deals from big-name brands and your favorite local spots. Dining, services, stuff you're already buying, all for less. And you could score $100 or other instant prizes just for opening it. Or save even faster with mobile coupons you can use right now at Valpak.com. Valpak. There's definitely something in it for you.
Hey, folks. Be patient. Hang on. I'll be over there in just a second. Just getting some audio ready for Today I Learned. All right. Just allow me to cue these up real quick, and then we'll chit-chat.
Teachers, neighbors, parents. You see kids every day, encouraging them, checking in. That means you might be the one to notice when something's off. A totally serious sight, or learning something new. Things that seem like small checks can accidentally irritate the kids are being blamed for being
In this economy?
These prices are very true. And at BJ's, they're great, not good. That's great prices every day, no matter the economy. Including 3-pound rotisserie chicken.
All right, 2 minutes.
$6.99. Wellesley Farms Deli Honey Ham, $6.99 a pound. Plus great prices every day on everything in the club. Join at bjs.com/join and make BJ's your destination.
All right, folks, hit that like button if you're watching over on the stream on YouTube. God bless your soul. Twitch, hit the like button over there. There isn't a like button. Just put your hand on the screen to show that you have some affection for this. And understand that absolutely positively, this could have been a Twitch stream that was much more full of the Twitch drama going around on the platform. Because there's some good Twitch drama. Some good Twitch drama right now. 1 minute. Oh man, Anthony says, I had a vacation in Jamaica planned starting November 1st. That sucks. Somebody asked if you had travel insurance. I hope you did. Because you're not making it over there now, I don't think. Am I ready for the roast? Yes. Well, not totally. I got a lot of jokes to write tonight. But I'm excited. Okay, we're coming back.
Development for the AI world.
Impact politics, change businesses.
This was an armored truck that rolled down the streets through downtown Los Angeles.
And how you think about your bottom line.
Eggs have a weird pulse on the economy.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search the Big Take Podcast, and start listening today.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Win. W-I-N. That's win. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Join the show. Send your dispatch now at thenewsjunkie.com.
All week long. And we hope to see you on Thursday for the roast event, thenewsjunkie.com/roast, thenewsjunkie.com/roast. Everything that goes viral and it turns into a thing in the overall culture, it has a start point and an end point. And the end point is usually, in my experience, when parents start saying stuff. Or like your aunt starts doing whatever the trend is.
And I see it on your laptop, but I already knew what this was about.
Yeah, you knew it was coming. The parents dressing up as 6'7" for Halloween costumes, and all of the kids who have been doing this stupid thing where they just say 6'7", 67, 6'7", 6'7", probably understanding that it's about over. That it's the road.
And you know what? I think we're looking at two heroes right now.
Yes, really. They were willing to step up and sacrifice to make sure that enough kids were like, ah.
Now, mind you, it's still going to be very annoying for the teenagers that are using the lingo, and then the small amount of, I don't know, elder millennials and adults who know what it actually means. Because all I'm seeing is, we don't know what it means, but the kids are saying it.
Yeah.
6'7", what do you mean? 6 or 7 White Claws? And then it's over. It's dying a very slow death, but a death nonetheless.
This is the death. This is what we're seeing right here. Parents dressing up as this. I saw another story where I was like, oh, this is getting so cringe. It's going to kill it for the kids. I'll bring up the story that I was looking at here.
I just sent you a video that I saw had been getting some traction over the weekend, and it was Jimmy Fallon did a bit in his monologue where he highlighted he highlighted a bunch of news anchors and different like variety show programs where the adults were trying to get on the 6'7" thing, and at the end he's just like, It's over. It's done. This is dead. It's in your Gmail if you want to take a look.
Okay, I'll check it out in a second. The story I was talking about says, why are kids in California having the best time screaming 6-7? And they did, you guys, a 9-minute and 48-second report on local news.
9
I'm not going to play
minutes?
it. Yeah, 9-minute report. It is like, kids are having the best time screaming 6-7. And you're like, okay, this is about dead. We're killing it for the kids. And
what I sent you will just confirm that it is, in fact, deceased.
Here it is. Let me see here.
The 6-7 trend that's everywhere right now. And it looks like even news anchors are starting to get in on the action. Watch this.
You know all the kids are doing the 6-7? 6-7.
6-7.
6-7.
It's over.
6-7.
6-7.
6-7. 6-7.
6-7.
I still don't understand.
6-7. 6-7. 6-7. 6-7.
And it's over.
Yeah. I think he's right.
Yeah.
I think he's right. When you see that, like you were doing this fun bit in your school and your teacher was getting mad about it. And
Well, that's what you get for having so many phrases, okay? Sorry,
this
kids.
ruins it.
When we were their age, it was a handful of stuff, but it's like every 2 to 3 weeks, there's a new thing that we don't know what it's about. Riz and the touching of the face and
I saw
Ohio.
a lot of posts over the weekend that were coming sort of to the defense, not completely of 6-7, but just saying like, hey, our thing was possibly worse. You just don't remember it because you were into it when we did it. Like we used to say booyah.
But we said booyah for like 4 years.
Yeah, well.
Guess what? If you went home and your dad was like, booyah, see you later, did you have a good day? You would probably stop doing it immediately.
Yeah.
You go, ugh, I can't do that anymore. That's bad. I can't be a part of this. And I wouldn't blame you. It's cringe. And I think Jimmy Fallon was right on top of it there. At least that's what it looks like. Let's see. What else do we have here before we start to wrap everything up for the day? We're going to fall back on our clocks very soon, which is kind of a weird time. Because I think Europe just did it. So now we have like a weird time where we're at a sync with a bunch of Europe because they're falling back earlier than we are. And we don't fall back until what? November or something? I don't know exactly what the date is. Is it Sunday? On Sunday, we fall back on our clock. So if you are planning on like flying over to Europe at all in the next couple of days, just know that's going to throw off a lot of weird scheduling things. It's just a strange little thing that happens this time of year. Also, and the last thing I wanted to mention for right now, they are talking about a big change, and it would affect a lot of us. And I want to know if people would hate this or not, because Apple has made it official. They are suggesting that they're going to start with ads in Apple Maps as of 2026.
Define ads, though. There's one way that this can be done where it's not that bad.
We won't tell you where to turn right unless you watch this 30-second ad?
Like that would be obnoxious.
Restaurants and businesses will be able to pay Apple to have their locations featured more prominently in maps. The company will also leverage AI to make sure the results remain relevant. So you're cruising along and looking at the map on your dashboard of your car, and you'll see like a big version of a restaurant or a business that will be popped out because that business has paid to advertise on Apple Maps. And Google has talked about doing this as well in an effort to monetize the iOS that they both spent so much money making. But
are they going to say it's sponsored?
I think they have to. They do on Google search. They'll tell you, like, this is a sponsored section here, even though they try to get tricky with you. But in this case, they're going to put it right on the maps, and these companies and restaurants, businesses, all will have ads on your display, which is probably just the inevitable anyhow. We'll see what you think about that. Send us a dispatch as we wrap things up with the final dispatches. Stories that didn't make the cut. Yes, that's right, friends. The stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Monday. All of that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Wow. No traffic today. going to set a record for getting to work. Don't get burned by daylight savings time. Remember to set your clocks back Sunday. Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
I'm Fox 35.
Hey, everybody. That's it. It's time to wrap it up. When we come back, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut today, I learned. And it's time for you to rate the show. Out of 10, what do you think? Today, 10 out of 10 is a real humdinger, a winner, if you will. And 1 out of 10 is an absolute loser. Rate the show.
To help you reach your goals, they've got you covered. Visit fairwinds.org.
Jeremy said I started saying 6-7 to make fun of my daughters, but weirdly I say it all the time now. That backfired.
Federally insured by NCUA.
Location-based ads in map apps is a good idea. Anything can be a good idea. It depends on execution. But if they made it gnarly, like the whole map lights up with McDonald's logos, and it's just like digital billboards, basically. Ugh. All right, I'll be back. I know where she is.
Can you imagine rising for work before the crack of dawn? Tending to hundreds of acres of land before dusk? Well, that's what happens on more than 44,000 Florida farms every day. Florida's farmers work hard to grow nutritious food for you and your family. And you can help support them by enjoying delicious, fresh from Florida produce.
Excuse me.
Where you shop or visit freshfromflorida.com.
10.3, baby. 6.7. Oh, God. It hurts. 8 Lady Macron wieners out of 10. Nice. 6.7 band listeners out of 10. Real 8.7 out of 10. Okay. 9 out of 10, but I missed a lot. You can always go back, friend. Always go back on the journey. Tomorrow, we will get geared up more for the roast event on Thursday. We'll dip our gruddy paws into whatever grime is going on out there and dig up all things viral. I will bring them to you like a beating heart. I promise. 7 out of 10 destroyed roads. 1 minute, God bless. I hate to do this. They said it shouldn't be done. They said it couldn't be done. They said, why would it even make sense to do it? Today's chatter of the day is nobody. That's right. Nobody. There was too many bad chat messages today. Only 0.005% were bad, but I want to see those numbers up. I want to see 100% good. 100% good. And until then, I will remove the Chatter of the Day award. I'm sorry, but I have to do it. No one wins. And no one will continue to win until morale improves. Stand by.
Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
HCA Florida West Orange Emergency and Winter Garden is now open 24/7. Visit HCAFloridaHealthcare.com. This emergency department is part of HCA Florida Osceola Hospital, not an urgent care center. Services billed at hospital rates.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Monday. Thank you, friend, for being with us. It's much appreciated. Thanks to everybody who's got your tickets for the big event coming up this Thursday. The roast of Sean Wasson. Hate saying that because that's my name, but it is going to be a blast. It's going to be a hilarious event. Got everything ready to go for you. Now we've got a couple of days. And I'm not going to be doing any of the side videos that I do this week because I got to solely just write. I mean, I got like a good start, but starting today, after this is all wrapped up, I really got to get intense on that because the clock is ticking, man. It's happening already. And Josh is like, oh, I'm all set. I got like 10 minutes ready to go, polished, ready.
He did leave like his Google Docs page up the other day. I didn't read anything. I'm not trying to, cheat or do anything nefarious.
Ooh.
I just was a little blown away by how much content was there.
Oh no! Could you see anything? Could you see names? What did you notice?
It was like sectioned off, and there were headers, but it was like for one page there was only 2 headers, and I'm assuming those were names.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, and then he's just got bullet points of jokes that he's written, and I'm like, oh, son
noted,
of a bitch.
Noted. Abraham Dragon Friend says somebody's going to cry at the roast. I can feel it. How long is the roasting set for everybody? Well, it's like 10, 12 minutes for the main people, and then there's other people who are like intro people, and then there's like featured guests, and there's going to be a lot of surprises and twists and turns throughout the night, which is going to make everything really, really fun. But it'll go as long as it needs to. If somebody's falling flat, then you hook them. But I don't think that anybody's going to. I think this is going to be tuned in and really, really funny. So it's going to be Dylan. No, don't do that. Dylan's got his stuff. He doesn't have to do too much time. He's got his stuff written. He's ready to go, I think. I'll have to check.
How's his face feeling?
He's just now able to eat solid foods again. So
bring the teeth with you, Dylan. If things start to fall flat, just throw the teeth. Who wants the prize?
Yeah, just shake them around in a baggie or something.
You put it under a pillow, you get a magnet or something.
If you just take your teeth and start grenading them, raw dog, out into the audience,
that was my plan, and I didn't get my wisdom teeth out.
You'll get some attention that way.
I'm going to smile to that bad boy.
All right, let's see what we got here. Emails, we've gotten to enough of those today. Let's do our final dispatches. In fact, there's even a song for this. It's right here.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
Yeah, let's see what we got. Many of you joining us today with passionate thoughts and some good, some bad. This is somebody talking about the teacher that got hit by the train, I guess.
Hey, junkies, this is Etchy. I was just calling because I absolutely had to mention I not only had that same teacher, but I actually know exactly who it is that called in. She used to kick me under the table in kindergarten. It really made me mad. All right, bye.
Well, it took you a long time to reconnect here, but
somebody else had that teacher too.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's something you would remember, I guess. Here's Tuck Frump talking about food stamps.
The first job I ever had when I was in high school was working at a northeastern grocery chain called Seatown. Far cry from Publix.
Seatown.
Made Food Lion look like a Publix, if I'm being honest with you. Anyway, we'd have crackheads who would hang out at the end of each register near where the groceries were packed, and they would offer to use their food stamps to pay for people's groceries and then take cash as a discount. So, for example, they'd say, I'll buy $50 worth of your groceries if you give me $30 in cash. And they would then go out and buy crack and smoke crack.
Sure, I think so. I think the thing that I will reiterate that most people don't know is that there are 40 million people that get these benefits of some type, whether it's a couple $100 a month, $150 a month, or whether it's like the max benefit, whatever that is. There are 40 million people in the United States who get these kind of SNAP benefits that won't as of November 1st until the folks in Washington can sort this out. And I don't know how long that'll go on for. And I'm not going to argue with you over who they're going to blame. We'll see. We'll see who this works out for.
That sounds like what kids used to do if their parents gave them a gas card. Like, we're not going to give you a credit card or anything, but we're going to give you a gas card just so you could pay for gas.
Yeah. Who wants an Arizona iced tea? All 15 of you? Let's go. Because you could use it inside. And I did.
Well, thank you, Tuck. Appreciate that. We got time for one more let's work in. This one is laying down the law.
Hello, News Junkies.
Hey.
Happy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
You too.
I wanted to ask C-Lane, where do you put your pumpkins outside? Because every time we put pumpkins outside, the squirrels start to gnaw on them.
Oh.
And then they rot faster because the rind's been breached. But
Squirrels like them?
happy Halloween to all those junkies.
We had a variety of pumpkins on our front porch, just kind of decorative. There's a little bay of hail that some of them were sitting on, and we have plenty of squirrels, but I hadn't had that be a problem. So,
Not yet.
I don't know if the squirrels would have touched that rot. Probably.
It smelled so bad.
It's weird because when you get into a pumpkin, there's not like, it doesn't seem like something that would smell that bad when it goes rotten. But it does.
Yeah.
When we had somebody drop off, they made a News Junkie pumpkin. A couple of people have done this over the years. And we set it up by C-Lane's desk. We've talked about this previously, but for those of you who are new, it was just up there and everybody's like, oh, cool, the News Junkie pumpkin. People would stop by. And we didn't take it down until some point in November. And it was
possibly December.
You could punch through it. Like you could have just, it was soft.
It would have stayed too if they were not like, hey, we got some, we got to clean up.
Yeah, I think it was like a boss visiting or something, and there was some reason to do
I
this.
I can still smell it.
It used to be that the bosses would come into town, like people from New York City would come in from iHeartMedia, and they go, C-Lane, we need to get rid of this, and you need to hide the bar that's on your desk, and we need to get rid of this. And
now we have no
gone.
office.
Yeah, those days are gone. Okay, all the stories made the cut. Some guy cried on ESPN. We don't really care that
Did
much.
I say Bay of Hail? I meant Bale of Hay. Bale of Hay.
And we understood you.
Yeah.
The weather was so bad last night, though, that it could have been either. You never know. But I do know this. It's time to get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Monday, October 27th, 2025. Today I Learned this show right here.
Cleveland rocks.
The Drew Carey Show.
That's right, the Drew Carey Show from way back in the day, which I only slightly remember, but I do remember it a bit. Drew Carey was fired from his role as a spokesperson for A&W Canada, and he worked for them back in 1998. Why? An episode of the Drew Carey Show depicting him eating out at a McDonald's, and that was in violation of his contract, even though it was his fictional character that was eating in the thing. He wasn't allowed to do that. He ended up getting fired. Today I learned donkey basketball. Ever played this? Nope. Donkey basketball is a variation of the standard basketball game played on a standard basketball court, but in which the players ride donkeys, as you might imagine.
I'm in.
Now, how do you find a basketball court where they will allow you to play donkey basketball? I do not know. But
or donkey rental. Or do you have to own the donkey?
Find an arena that doesn't have a whole lot going on.
My interest is piqued, but I don't know if we'll be able to figure it out. Today I learned this lady right here. Not brunette. Blondie is correct, technically. Blondie goes down as the first white rapper to hit the Billboard Hot 100 because one of her songs was deemed a rap song at the time. Okay. The second white rapper to hit the charts, Rodney Dangerfield, of course, famed rapper extraordinaire. Who doesn't love that?
And they really did not want to pay attention to rap music.
No, not for a while, I don't think. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Miss any of the show? Get the podcast.